A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Got the number one pick in the NHL draft, but the men that can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence Taylor.
Cut 'em every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
Well, Rule 76 is hours and hours away. Right now, it's the welcoming in portion to the show, and typically I say good morning to the one and only Rick DiPietro, but I say good morning to a man that I've missed dearly, terribly. I'm thrilled to have him in today, and he is my compadre, my friend, my confidant, Dan Graca. Good morning, Dan. How are you?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you?
I'm great. We had a big station-wide meeting yesterday, which was really nice to see everybody and to get the lowdown on what's happening and, you know, to hang out, to see Don Graca and Alan Hahn and Michael Kay and you and everyone. I feel uplifted off of that meeting yesterday.
I stared at the back of your head for 90 minutes, I think.
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You had a nice hat on, the DNR hat. So
Yeah.
that was my vantage point for 90 minutes. It was essentially like how many clowns can you fit in a phone booth? That's what it felt like yesterday.
Well,
being
that
crammed
was
into
that was a
conference
questionable decision.
Yeah.
Like when I walked in, I took Raymond and I went out for a little breakfast. We went to about 15 places, couldn't find anywhere that was open. Finally, we found a little deli. We had something to eat. We walked back in. I was like, oh dear, we're gonna fit 60 people in that one conference room.
Yeah, there was a method to the madness, I guess, but I hope everything went okay.
I think so. I'm sorry that you had to stare at the back of my head. How's the hat look from behind, though?
It was a good hat. It was a good hat.
Good solid hat.
Good solid, fastening with the. I didn't see what hole you put the hat in.
It's fitted, I believe.
Oh, was it fitted? I thought it was like a little snapback.
No, which I find to be interesting that you stared at it for how long would you say?
90 minutes,
and
including all the questions that followed.
Yes.
Wait, I think there's another question. I think somebody else has another question.
I like when the one question was asked and the guy got yelled at for.
Well, I muttered some obscenities under my breath. I don't know who. And once you got to about the seventh or eighth one, which was repetitive, but nevertheless. It's okay.
Well, anyway, it was good to see everyone, and we're very lively today. We're excited about the show. It's a football Friday. I mean, I think you would agree. There's no better day to be here filling in for Rick than on a football Friday, right? That's a treat.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, this has got to be much better than a hockey Wednesday for sure.
Yeah, I would think so. So let me tell you what we have, because you probably know, but just in case you don't, let me fill you in on what we have going on here today. We'll do a lot of Jets. I haven't gotten your take on the Jets. I'd like to hear that. Certainly the Giants and how bad they are in 2-7, and it's kind of fallen off in a hurry. That Broncos game felt like the death to the Giants. But 7:35, we have Jordan Raanan on the Giants. Following Jordan, we have everyone's favorite, Rich Cimini, and I wonder if anything is going on in the world of Rich Cimini this week. We got to talk to him. We will at 7:45. 7:55 or thereabouts, we go all around the league. All around the league, all the games, all the analysis you could possibly want. And then at 8:30, you want to get involved? Then you get involved. We do a football frenzy where everyone can chime in with their questions and their comments, and we'll give our analysis as well in that situation. 9:15, we do RJ's world-famous stuff that you missed. 9:30, our picks. I'll tell you something about that in a moment. And then 9:50, Raymond does the big, beautiful plays of the week. How's that sound for you as a menu today?
I don't know if we have enough time to fit it all in. I just really don't.
I think we'll make it work, but you're not involved with the picks, and I miss you, and I wish you were. But here's the most beautiful thing that you could ever imagine. You remember when the father and Rudy walks into like the stadium? He goes, "This is the most beautiful thing these eyes has ever seen."
Oh, sure.
Remember? Yeah, I think that's
Ned Beatty.
Ned Beatty, correct. Ned Beatty.
Yeah.
Last night, RJ, Raymond, they took the Broncos minus the 8.5.
Oh.
I mean, can I tell you something? I'm rooting for the Raiders to cover the number, but I have the Broncos in a survivor. What a absolutely god-awful football game that was.
The only thing that saved that game last night were the uniforms.
Oh, the Broncos uniforms are just gorgeous.
I mean, I think I texted Raymond a couple of weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago when the Jets last played, because I was in the studios. The 4 o'clock game that day with the Broncos and the Cowboys. Remember, the Broncos wore those uniforms,
yes.
the Orange Crush.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, beautiful.
Cowboys had those uniforms. I said, I feel like I'm watching a football game from the 70s. It was
and
like.
Didn't you feel great about it?
It was
you
like
felt,
uniform.
You felt great about it.
Uniform porn. It was fantastic.
that was what you said.
Yeah,
that's a bit more of an accurate
I think you're
description.
right. You know which other ones I love?
Yeah.
Love the Seahawks ones.
The Seahawks ones and your
Bucks.
uniforms. The Giants
you
ones.
know what? The Giants ones with the Giants written across the helmet is also beautiful.
And they're wearing
Tampa
the
Bay
white
Buccaneers.
ones this week.
I mean, these like the Steelers wearing those awful ones.
Yeah.
The Giants wearing those god awful ones to start last season. Like this is what we need. What they wore last night, the Seahawks, the Giants, those are beautiful, majestic-looking uniforms.
Well, you notice there's a lot of, like the Jets for one, right? I mean, like they're going back to what was old as the new now. Like there was even a tweak that Washington made on Sunday night. They had the gold stripes on the helmets and the pants or whatever, like the Redskins used to have.
Yeah.
And I think there's rumors that might even be their permanent uniform next year.
I love these uniforms. These like 1980s uniforms to me, and maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm nostalgic because I remember football fondly, but I don't know. I see the Broncos last night in that's the uniform.
No, 80s, 90s was the elite NFL aesthetic. You're right. You're 100% right.
Why do they have to keep playing with it? Like if you have it perfect, if you marry the perfect woman, do you look for other women? No. You're just happy that you have perfection. Why do you need to do this? Why do you need to play with the uniform like they do? I guess you're right, Ray, for money, right?
It's ask Phil Knight. I mean, they're the ones that took over the uniforms, right?
Yeah. Well, anyhow, that game, like, I'm not wrong in this assessment, right? That game was, it couldn't have been more unenjoyable.
It was awful, and I'm with you. I mean, that game last night, the longer you stuck with it, you know what the old saying is. If you're playing a team that you are supposed to beat, you're a heavy favorite, the longer you let a bad team hang around,
yes,
your chances of losing that game go up exponentially. And think about it, as bad as the Raiders were that night, all it would have taken was one fluky bounce of the ball. And for the Raiders to put that ball in the end zone, whether it was defense, special teams, you name it, that could have been the only play they made all night, and they would have walked off the field victorious because it was almost like Sean Payton at times was calling that game offensively like he wanted to lose.
It's funny you would say that because I put in the group chat last night, I said, is he trying to lose? They have 3rd and 1 from like the 37, right with the wind, right on the cusp of field goal range. Points are at a premium, and he decides to run a throwback to Cortland Sutton, who then starts running. It looked like he was going to throw it. Then he starts running. He loses 5 yards. Then this genius is like, well, let me try a field goal anyway from 59. And then Al Michaels, who, I mean, I think has seen his better days calling games, but Al Michaels is like, well, he was draining these in pregame warm-up. He's like, he couldn't have been shorter on that kick. It was nowhere near making it through the uprights. I don't know. I just, and I had the Broncos in Survivor, and I'm getting angry, and it was so bad. And I very rarely will watch a game and be like, man, I can't believe I just wasted 3 hours on that. That's what I felt like last night.
Well, and from the other side, too, and look, the Raiders, I thought they would be better than what they've shown so far this year. But
they're terrible.
They're awful. But when you have like Geno Smith, and he was, for lack of a better term, crippled in the fourth quarter of that game, and the fact that he like hobbled out of that blue tent onto the field when they got the ball back, I'm saying to myself, Are you? If you're the Raiders, are you trying to lose the game? Like, are you in tank mode? Because, call me stupid, Dave, but if I'm an opposing defense and I know the quarterback I'm trying to stop cannot even move, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're going to run the football every down. And that's essentially what they did that series. Like, don't you think you're making the defense's job that much easier?
It was terrible.
How do you put him back on the field?
I don't know. You could see the guy couldn't make it from the sideline to the huddle.
He couldn't even complete a pass when he was healthy in the first half of the game.
No, and a couple of passes were well thrown and they were dropped. That one down the right side, which was dropped, was embarrassing. The one that Ashton Genty popped into the air for the interception. I mean, man, oh man. And Bo Nix, by the way, he stinks.
Oh, gosh.
I'm there, and I know that. How about this? They're 8-2.
Yeah.
I couldn't be less impressed with the Broncos right now.
Well, RJ, I'll give RJ credit because we actually conversated before the show. RJ said that they're the team that if you're on the AFC side of things, like once the playoffs roll around, like
that's the team you want.
That's the team you want.
I would agree with that.
Well, think about it. The 7-game winning streak. Okay, The game in Philadelphia, they needed a crazy comeback in the fourth quarter to win that one.
But I actually thought I wouldn't even crush them for that game because I thought they played pretty good football.
But they wait till the fourth quarter, it seems like so the Jet game.
Because there's going to be games that you're going to crush them for. Go ahead.
Right, the Jet game was lucky.
They were horrendous
Awful.
in that game.
The Giant game, it took a miracle of all miracles.
Right, they were down by 19. They were down by 19 twice. They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. They played a great fourth quarter. They did not play a good game.
No. Rays Cowboys, they destroyed them that day.
They played a good game there.
The only reason they beat the Texans last week is because C.J. Stroud got concussed, and they couldn't move the ball when Davis Mills came in, and then you had last night. Like, you're not going to beat good teams consistently by only waiting until essentially the fourth quarter to play football.
Yeah, they feel like the paper tiger. Now,
100%.
I mean, could they win the division? I guess. I mean, they still played the Chiefs twice. I guess they could, but
they got the Chiefs at home next week.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that'll be a big litmus test. I agree with you. I mean, I could not be more unimpressed. And Sean Payton, who people probably look at as like a Hall of Fame NFL coach, what the game that was called last night was, I couldn't believe it that he was like they are 7-2, Dan. They go to 8-2. They win the game. There must have been 5 times they were booed off the field. Yeah.
They shot to the fans in the stands, right? And they were like, what's going on? Booing, obscenities. And Sean's a guy, face it, look, he's had a great run. He's a successful coach, like you said. He's going to the Hall of Fame. But it seems like, to me, Sean, more than any other coach in this so-called era, or as long as he's been around, he kind of has that, I'm smarter than you, maybe more than anybody else out there.
Yes.
And he's not afraid to let you know either.
And I'm not sure that I'm a fan of those glasses.
The ladies' frames?
Yeah,
the Gloria Vanderbilt collection?
Yeah, I don't know that I'm a fan of those glasses. It looks very uninspiring to me.
Get the old school string, around your neck, and then you pop them up on the tip of your nose, the reading glasses.
I don't know. He sits there with that big play calling sheet and he stuffs it into his face. I don't know, man. I don't know. And anyhow, they improved 8-2 in the most unimpressive game that you could possibly see.
Yeah, but the Raiders and then the Raiders, I think I might have had them before the season as like an over. I can't remember what their over-under was at the beginning of the season, but they're clearly not going to hit that.
But they're brutal.
And think about it. You use a high first-round pick on a running back who we all thought was going to be pretty effective. Pete Carroll, run the football, right? We thought he's going to be. And they use him in the first quarter of games, and then it's almost like they forget about him. They forget about Ashton Genty. It's like they don't even use him.
He's a good running back. Although, did you hear the analysis from Herb Street last night when he started saying there was huge questions whether he would make the jump to the NFL? Well, I was like, no, they were not.
No, they weren't.
No, they were not. It was like, he didn't go to a Power 4 conference, and nobody had those questions.
No, there was not a question
in the draft. Teams were lining up to get him.
There was maybe a question 2 years ago, when he was a junior or whatever. But no, I mean it's. Use the guy. You draft him, you might as well use him.
Yeah.
It's a running back. Run him into the ground. The first 5 years you have him, and then if you want to part ways after that, so be it.
Yeah, this whole Geno Smith and Pete Carroll experiment, I mean, it is not going well.
And you wonder how much, if this doesn't turn around, I mean, it's not going to turn around this year, but, Pete's no spring chicken either, right? How long is he going to stick around?
No spring chicken. I think he's 73 years old.
Well, you know what's funny? And look, whatever, but, God bless him. His son is on the staff. I don't know if you've seen him.
No, I didn't.
Brennan Carroll. Brennan Carroll looks like he's in his 50s. I mean, he looks older than Pete because he's got one of these Duck Dynasty long beards. He literally looks like he could be older than Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll just turned 74 years old. So how many more years is he going to coach?
That's what I mean.
You want to deal with a complete rebuild? With a 74 going to be at the beginning of next season, 75-year-old head coach?
And it's funny because everybody was like, Pete Carroll, Tom Brady, credibility, the Raiders are finally turning over a new leaf. No, they're not.
No.
Still the same.
They're the same.
We were duped.
Raiders. You know what? It's the same Jets. It's the same Giants. It's the same Raiders. It's the same teams that can't get out of their own way. So let's morph into this conversation at 800-919-3776. I'm happy to have you here today because I haven't talked to you about this. Here's my take, and then you can react off of it. People are like, I love what the Jets did. I hate what the Jets did. I have no idea. I like what they got in return as far as the amount of picks. They have 5 number ones over the next 2 years. I'm going to dumb it down so simple, Dan. Here's what it boils down to. Either with all this ammunition and capital, you will get the quarterback, and then it's a win. And if you don't get the quarterback, it's a loss. And that's as simple as I can break it down for anybody.
I don't think you're wrong. And I don't even think you had to make the trades that they made earlier this week, because ultimately, and weren't we saying this back in the summertime, what ultimately is going to sink or swim Aaron Glenn / Darren Muji, will they hit on the quarterback? Simple as that. And it doesn't matter how many draft picks you have. You could find them accidentally. You could take them in the first round, wherever. You could trade for them. Bottom line is, if you don't find a quarterback, it's not going to be successful long term.
Now, do you, because we're half a year in, which is amazing. We're going to be a year in. I'm sure that people are not going to fall in love with Aaron Glenn the second half of the season. Are you of the mindset that they kind of have to take a quarterback this offseason? Or are you okay waiting to the 27 draft till that regime starts year 3 and then starts with the young quarterback?
Who's to say that it's even going to be a guy that they take in the draft?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess they now have that they should knock on the doors of every quarterback they're interested in and see if they could pry those guys away. But okay, with that said, can you wait 2 years for that, or whatever you're going to do at quarterback? Does it have to happen this offseason?
Yeah, because you don't want to. You God forbid you put yourself in the situation that teams like I'll never forget the 2011 draft. Remember that disaster when you had guys like teams just because you have to have a quarterback, you have to draft a quarterback, you have to and the Blaine Gabberts and the Jake Lockers and the Christian Ponders all came off the board in the first round because you had to take a quarterback if you needed one. Well, no, if you don't think the quarterback is any good or justify taking him in the first round, you don't use a pick.
I agree with that.
Right?
But does it have to be remedied this offseason? Whatever it is you're going to do, does it have to be this offseason, or can you wait?
No, you have to. You got to find the right guy, because God forbid. All right, let's say. Let's say they end up with the 6th or 7th pick in the draft. Okay,
that would be awful, by the way.
But so let's say, and then, I don't know, there's 1 or 2 quarterbacks coming into the draft next season that are considered above and beyond the rest.
Okay.
And if you take one of those first-round picks or something like that and use that as ammo to move up either to 1 or 2 and to take that guy who maybe the whole world isn't sold on and he doesn't turn out to be the guy, well, then you made a mistake.
Of
right?
course.
Then you might as well just punt until the next year, when you're going to reload with another crop of quarterbacks. Because, again, we don't know what the class is going to look like.
No.
We have no idea.
We don't know if Moore's going to come out. We don't know if Simpson's going to come out. We'd need to see another, very important games from Mendoza down the stretch here. There's a lot of questions that we need answered. RJ tells me that you fall in line with other people at the station, that you would make the call to the Cincinnati Bengals. Is that right?
I think I was the one that
it's your baby originally.
I think so. I mean, that was going back months.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why in the world would he want to go from that franchise to this franchise?
Was it really his call at the end of the day?
You going to trade a player like that to just – why would you trade him?
Let me ask you a question, okay? Or I'm not asking you a question. Let me just give you the rundown on the Bengals here. And you know this. I'm not patronizing you, okay?
Don't patronize.
People like to point fingers at Ray's guy who runs the show with his team and the fact that he's old and senile and LOL, Jerry Jones or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Jerry Jones is basically a preteen compared to Mike Brown in the Cincinnati Bengals.
I think the Bengals might be the Jets are up there too, but certainly on the Mount Rushmore of just awfully run franchises in the NFL. Totally agree.
And they might be, pound for pound, the cheapest franchise. Look at what's happening.
I don't even think it's maybe.
Okay. All right, so fine. Then what more convincing do I have to do? So if I'm and I said this many times.
If you're the Bengals,
okay,
and you were to trade Joe Burrow, just join the CFL. You have an elite quarterback talent, a special difference maker at quarterback. If you're willing to trade him, then just be retracted from the league. Dave, just don't play in this league.
Dave, it was a different world. I get it, but wasn't Joe Montana traded once upon a time?
Yeah, Joe Montana was traded, and who was the quarterback that was waiting in the wings?
I understand that, but here's my point, okay? Cincinnati, here's how I would phrase it. This is what I was having this conversation with kind of funny, with players in the locker room yesterday.
Trading for Joe Burrow? Yeah. Are you serious?
I'm sitting there like Costanzo
I would imagine that they were for trading for Joe Burrow, right?
I'm holding court in the locker room with players. Trying to explain my plot line for
So, Smith, here's what I'm thinking, all right? Here's what I'm thinking.
You pick up the phone.
Trade for Joe Burrow.
You pick up the phone if you're Darren Muji and you're Aaron Glenn. You're calling the Bengals. You're calling Mike Brown. Mike, okay? I know that you're cheap. I know that you like to tighten the purse strings. You got a lot of money owed this guy, Joe Burrow. But let's face facts. The guy's been in the league for 6 years. He's been hurt in 3 of those years. That's half the time he's been in the NFL. He hasn't been available for you. He's not doing any good collecting dust on the sidelines. You guys are running through quarterbacks left and right. You got Joe Flacco out of the old age home. Let us give you a few first-round picks, and then you can go get your next quarterback of the future. And guess what? You're not going to have to pay him as much as Joe Burrow on that rookie contract. That's how I would frame it.
All right. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with making the call. If they were to do that trade, they should be retracted from the league.
Well, think about it. The Indianapolis Colts kept making the call. Everybody, why would the Jets trade Sauce Gardner after they just gave him a contract extension over the summer?
But Sauce Gardner is not Joe Burrow.
I 1,000% agree. But my point is, again, if you keep persisting,
all right.
And how did that trade finally get over the goal line? Because Indianapolis sweetened the pot and gave the Jets 2 first-round picks.
Listen, I have no issue making the call and harassing them. Fine, do whatever you want to do. My point is, if Cincinnati were to do it, they're a bigger joke of a franchise than I thought coming into the show, which was at a very high level to begin with.
Well, remember, it wasn't that, well, I don't want to say long ago, but, I mean, there was a time when Cincinnati was the biggest joke of a franchise. The Dave Shula years, and guess what? The same guy was still running the franchise then.
Yeah, they are awful. But if you hit it right, which they did finally, then I would think, hold on to that for dear life. Could you imagine what the fan base would react to if they traded Joe Burrow?
Sure. But you know what? They would probably try to spin it as, hey, we got all these number 1 picks, and we're going to try to turn it around and blah, 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 blah. Power of persuasion, Dave. I mean, there wasn't a time when
Listen, Wayne Gretzky was traded.
Gretzky was traded. Joe Montana was traded, right?
Yeah, I don't know the Montana one, because the Montana one, you're waiting in the wings, was a quarterback that you thought was going to be amazing. But listen, better players than Joe Burrow have been traded by poorly run, cheap organizations. So, yeah, I guess I'd make the call. If it happens,
you got to keep persisting. That's what this league is about, right?
All right, let's do this. Let's take a break, come back, and we'll continue this conversation, get into the overall assessment of what the Jets did. Giants are not too much far better down the road. It's also awful. And then we told you what we have going on today as far as the menu is concerned. It's DNR with you on a Football Friday right here on ESPN New York.
Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
You are standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command. I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Nichts schuldig. Order!
Nuremberg, now playing only in theaters.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS. Is college college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree, they're ranked number 1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those?
Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Empower. Tim collects bobbleheads. A lot of bobbleheads. Baseball bobbleheads. Race car bobbleheads. Little Chihuahua bobbleheads. He's got an entire room strictly for bobbleheads. Does he need them? No. Is his wife mad about it? A little. But Tim works with Empower, and he got good at money. So he can be a little bad. Ooh, horse bobblehead. Classy, Tim. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York, on the heels of the Thursday night game that we were blessed to watch last night. And then 1 o'clock, we get the Jets against the Browns, which should be a thriller. And on the same time, at least you get it over at the same time, you get the Giants and the Bears, which I'm just ecstatic about that game as well.
Not to rain on anybody's parade, no pun intended, but
yeah.
You obviously, I can hear it in your voice, the excitement level you have for both of these games.
Well, you can tell me it's going to pour on Sunday?
It's going to pour on Sunday for Jets-Browns, yeah.
Shouldn't it, though?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like to make it make sense, shouldn't it be Jets top 5 worst teams in football right now? Maybe even worse than that. Browns top 5 worst teams in football right now. Shouldn't it pour during that game?
We were sitting there, a couple of us talking yesterday. It's like, boy, this could be like reminiscent of the game last year with Jets-Broncos in the rain, and it was 10-9. The final was 10-9. And at the time, you thought the Broncos were a bad team because it was week 4.
Right.
And they were supposed to be bad. So, I mean, it could get ugly because you got the Browns, who are obviously a terrific defense. They, one of the best in the league. A Jet offense that hasn't consistently from one week to the next shown you that they know what they're doing. And a Cleveland offense, which is, pretty, leaves a lot to be desired.
Dylan Gabriel does not look like it's really bad. I'm not even mocking. I'm asking a legitimate question, and I don't know the answer to it.
Yeah.
Have the Jets named a starting quarterback yet for this game?
They haven't. But, I mean, Aaron Glenn talks at 11 o'clock today, I believe. Maybe he'll let the cat out of the bag then. But if you're asking my,
it's got to be Justin Fields.
If you're asking my Sherlock Holmes intuition with the investigating, I would like to think it's Justin Fields.
Doesn't it have to be?
Well, I mean, let's go process of elimination, okay? And who knows what happens this afternoon? Unless Tyrod Taylor does a media gathering in the locker room this afternoon, I would like to think Justin Fields is starting because Justin Fields addressed the media as he does weekly and the starting quarterback does weekly, I think, back on Wednesday. Well, so like I said, unless Tyrod does his today, then it's got to be Justin Fields.
Well, Justin Fields was persona non grata, felt like was not going to start. The owner comes out and destroys him. Then Tyrod Taylor gets hurt, can't play. Fields does play, plays really well. Granted, it's against maybe the worst defense you've ever seen in your life, but plays really well. Then it has to be Justin Fields.
Yeah, it has to be.
It has to be Justin Fields.
And look, a win is a win is a win is a win, right? You don't throw them back in this league, as we know. But, I mean, any good feelings you had about, and we know the Bengal defense ain't any good, but my gosh, if you thought the Bengals botched the end of that Jets game 2 weeks ago, they basically said, hold my beer for what they did last week against Chicago, because that might have been even worse.
I think it was. And also, you make Caleb Williams look like Joe Montana. It really was jarring to watch that game last week.
I mean, and I mean, you saw, I'm sure, the stuff coming out of that locker room. Now you got the offense fighting the defense. And
they went right after the game. They
right
went
after the game.
And how can you blame them?
Chase Brown.
They allowed Caleb Williams and Kyle Monangai to dice them up defensively. It was absolutely brutal. So, yeah, Jets Brown this week. That's That'll be an exciting one.
Watch it be a shootout, right? It's like, everything we expect. Watch it be like the wildest, wackiest, 35-31 game that you can ever imagine.
I haven't looked.
Yeah.
And you might know, and if not, RJ and Ray probably know. What do you think the over-under for the Jets and the Browns could be this Sunday?
I'll tell you right now.
Let me guess before you do. So they factor in the weather, too. I'm going to say 35.5.
Higher.
Raymond, do you know what it is?
I do.
Oh, RJ, do you know what it is?
I do not.
Would you like to play?
I would venture to guess, would you say 35.5?
Yeah.
I'd guess 38.5.
38.5. He hit it on the number?
On the nose.
Wow.
On the nose.
I feel like maybe you knew.
I swear to you. I swear to God I did not.
And Dave, how about this? That's not even the lowest on the board this week in the NFL.
Jaguars, Texans?
That's correct. Davis Mills, baby.
Davis Mills. Yeah, explain to me. We were talking about this yesterday on the show. Explain to me how the Jaguars are only 1.5-point favorites in this game.
Houston must have some crazy home field advantage.
Oh, yeah. You know that Houston home field advantage.
Do they poison the visiting team with barbecue the night before, and that's why?
I don't know what they do, but it
because the Jaguars are a team. Let's face it, they're a Jekyll and Hyde club in this league. They basically they're the epitome of that. You can't figure them out. And even last week, they tried like hell to lose that game to the Raiders.
That's why it's so amazing. The Jets and Giants are so bad.
It really
is. Because it's a league built on parity.
Well, think about it. Like I said, I was talking to somebody yesterday. Jacksonville's 5-3. I said to somebody yesterday, I said, my God, how in this league the Carolina Panthers are 5-4? Which guarantees them, Dave, probably, they're going to wake up on December 1st still in the at the least in the hunt category. Yes. And to your point, the fact that the two football teams in this town can't even when they show the standings, the playoff picture, and then they have that in the hunt column where there's about 12 teams there. You're not even in the hunt.
No. It's like, what are we doing for election day kind of a thing. That's what the Giants and the Jets are. Think about how unbelievable it is in a league where there's more parity in this league than any league that we have going, right? NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball. Baseball's the same teams every year. There's no parity, right? That these two local teams, two of them, Dan, not just one, two of them, every single season you flip the calendar to November 1st, you say there is no chance they're going anywhere near the postseason. Not even a meaningful game into December.
We've talked about it a lot. Let's face it. We're reliving the decade of the 70s with both of these football teams. Where neither one of them made the playoffs once, right?
But how do they not get better at all?
It's incredible.
It's you pick third, you pick second, you pick fourth, you pick fifth, and you pick seventh. You have a new coach, you have a new GM, you have a new regime, you have a new this, and it never gets better.
Never. But the Giants, at least we think, hit on the quarterback. So, that gives you a leg up.
A massive leg up. Massive. I love him. I don't think that's me with Giants-colored glasses. What do you think? You like him as well, right?
Yeah, he just needs a different tutor.
Yes, right. And he needs to smack some of the crazy, running into guys at full speed out of him.
Well, and then I said that since day one. He's got to protect himself.
It's crazy.
And he'll look. Unfortunately, it's like
he's going to learn the hard way.
You talk to kids, right? You're going to learn the hard way. You screw around, and all of a sudden you're going to burn your hand on the stove, and then you're going to learn your lesson not to do it again.
Right.
He's going to take a pop. And it might sideline him for a game or two, whatever, and then he's going to realize, all right, I got to learn how to.
Or the season. You know what? This would almost be the best case scenario. This is a morbid-ish thing to say, but this would almost be the best case scenario. Like week 18, he does something, he gets lit up, he gets hurt. I don't want that, but I'm just saying, he gets hurt. He would miss a month, but obviously it's week 18, so now you just shut it down and rehab whatever that injury is. Because the only thing right now that separates the Giants and the Jets is the Giants have Jackson Dart and you're excited to watch him play week in and week out, and the Jets don't have anything you're excited to watch week in and week out.
Because, in all probability, Giants are starting over next year with a new coach. Jets aren't starting over with a new coach next year. The question is, are they going to have a new quarterback? Are they going to find their next so-called, franchise savior? Is he going to be on the field next season with this coach? Giants, we know who the quarterback's going to be. Now who's the next coach going to be?
Did you hear my top 25 movie list, by the way?
No, I did not.
And they made fun of me. And they
Who's
made fun
they?
of you, too.
Who's they?
RJ, Rick. No, I don't think Ray is much, but the pieces of the show. Because when Grosh is in, then you guys can break down who the stars of the movie were.
Well, that's what I mean. So they hate when we talk about pop culture type stuff apart from sports. So are they really the ones that are going to sit there and critique your list? Are they qualified to do that?
Well, they did, and they actually gave the list 2 thumbs up, I believe. But then it was oh god, when Graca gets in, they start breaking down the minutia of the movies and stuff. That'll be a painful show to listen
to. Hooray for Hollywood!
Yeah, there you go.
Love it.
Yeah. So would you like to hear the list at some point?
Look, we have a lot in these 4 hours. We're already, down 35 minutes of it. If we have time, I would love to hear the list. Or maybe you could send me an HTML. What do you think about that? And I can read it at my leisure.
Well, I could send you, I don't know if we want to spend time on unless we just run through it, without, distinct analysis.
Like a walkthrough, like a Saturday walkthrough.
Yeah, but it's got to be all right, guys, listen, everyone's got to go their own way at 1 o'clock, so at 12:55, let's just quickly run through a couple plays we're going to do here.
Gotcha. Perfect.
All right, I think you'd enjoy it. I hope you'll enjoy it. Let's take a break. 800-919-3776. Come back, get to your calls on the Jets, get to your calls on the Giants. It's amazing that there is so little excitement about these two teams right now. But in fairness to the fan bases, there should be little to no excitement. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour. Every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, FanDuel is dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo, it's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour every Friday, 6 to 7:30 Eastern. Only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern, FanDuel is dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. Visit FanDuel.com/K to grab your reward before the clock expires. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Hey, it's Desmond Howard. You want to win the weekend? It all starts with the tailgate. And for me, that means Kingsford Charcoal.
They've been bringing the flavor, the smoke, and the heat since 1920. No wonder they're still the gold standard of grilling. So fire it up, feed your crew, and let the smoke do the talking. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Your fantasy roster is set, the smack talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now, ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Now, we at ESPN New York are giving you the chance to experience UFC 322 at the Garden on November 15th. One grand prize winner and a guest will score tickets to the ESPN New York Suite, hosted by Peter Rothenberg. Enjoy the energy of the Garden, the comfort of a private suite, and world-class UFC action alongside Peter. To enter, find the contest tile on the ESPN New York app to submit your entry. Brought to you by Bud Light, proud to be the official beer sponsor of UFC. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. How's that? There you go. Dan Grouse in for Rick DiPietro on this Football Friday. What do you want to get to some of these calls? People are lined up. They love you. People
I love the interaction.
They love you.
The interaction is stimulating to no end.
I would agree with that. Let's hear from some of the people. Giants, state of the Giants. Game against the Bears, state of the Jets, game against the Browns. If you want them to lose, like, are you at the point? I know you do the pre and the post and all that stuff, so you don't. I know you don't want them to lose, but like, are you at the point now where if the Jets lose, you're like, all right, whatever. Like, it doesn't bother you now, right?
Funny you should ask that question, Dave. I mean, what do you want me to say? You know, I mean, have you gone back and checked the standings since I've been doing this? You know what I mean? I know one thing and one thing only. There's a game every Sunday. I show up, I talk about the game, and I enjoy the games, and I hope for the best.
Do you ever think that it's you? Do you ever think to yourself, boy?
No. We do have a running joke, though. So I do interviews every week. You know, I interview like a couple of players for the pregame show. Very, very good conversations. I mean, I'm pulling stuff out of these guys that they probably never knew they had.
So you're like a therapist then?
Not a therapist, but it's like, you know, I enjoy these. I get to know the players. Yeah. You know, but it was great.
Can you whet the appetite of who you're going to talk to this week on?
Absolutely, because we will have and mind you, this is what, week 10. What are we in? Week 10, week 11. 10, so like we've got Tyler Johnson, who just so happens to be their leading receiver the last 2 weeks. He had the touchdown catch against the Bengals. Stop laughing.
Sorry,
but Tyler, how about Tyler Johnson? Okay, you want to say that his career, he's kind of been a journeyman in the NFL. Fair. But Tyler Johnson came into this league as a rookie and won a Super Bowl with the Tom Brady Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we got into that whole thing. I was like, boy, you must have thought that this was easy. You come into the NFL, you win a Super Bowl. Year one, you're playing with Tom Brady. You're playing with Gronk, with Mike Evans, all these like Hall of Famers.
So Tyler Johnson is on the pregame this week?
Tyler Johnson and Malachi Moore.
Oh.
Rookie DB from Alabama.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
What's the mood in the locker room now? Was there like stunned reaction?
No. Yesterday it was business as usual as far as I'm concerned. No different than it would be any other week. Now, granted, yesterday was Thursday, so like Wednesday was the first kind of like, you turn the page to the new week. I wasn't there Wednesday, but yesterday everything seemed normal. It was different for me because I'm looking around like trying to see, okay, the new faces, where their lockers, because it's a big locker room. You get used to seeing people in certain places, so that was a little bit of an adjustment. But no, I mean, as far as the mood has been the same. And I think collectively you got guys in there that are trying to prove themselves, and they want to win football games. It's as simple as that.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully they can get that done on Sunday against the Cleveland Browns in a driving rainstorm. I root for that.
Let's hope it's not
covered,
a driving rainstorm.
You'll be covered. You don't have to be out.
Let me tell you, when I park the car, I get into the stadium, and I am in the stadium until we say, see everybody. So, yeah, I'm dry, thank goodness.
And it sounds like Garrett Wilson is going to play in this game.
Garrett's going to be good to go. Yes, I asked him yesterday. I said, you good this week? He said, yeah, I'll be back.
I saw that. Speaking of Garrett Wilson, we have some sound from Garrett Wilson.
Really?
Thoughts on the vision of this team right now?
Like I said, I don't get paid to have a vision. They do. Yeah. And they got one. And I got to trust them, man. I do.
When you lose two good players like that, it's obviously going to be harder.
My emotions, like that side of it, I hate it. You know what I'm saying? I play football. I play with my brothers. I get to know my brothers. I hate it. But, I'm paid to play football. No one cares if I hate it. Go catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's how I see it, and do my job to the best of my abilities. They feel like they can keep us all together. Because that's the reality of this thing. You don't win games, things change.
That's interesting. I don't get paid to make those decisions. I trust the guys. I mean, do you? How could you trust them?
Well, you can't. I mean, it's a business, right? I mean, the bottom line, it's a business. Like if Sauce Gardner could get traded, anybody could get traded.
Absolutely.
And Garrett, think about it. Garrett and Sauce go hand in hand, not just because they both were in the same draft class, but because they both signed lucrative contract extensions over the summer. So he's like, shoot, if Sauce could go, then anybody could go. So I get it. And look, I think even before that contract was signed, I mean, Garrett probably was as frustrated as anybody with all the losing that's happened here the last few years.
And spoke out about it.
And spoke out about it.
Well, how could you not be? I mean, Dan, how could you be in a losing you come from Ohio State,
right?
Where all they do is win. A bad year for them is they lose a game. An awful year for them is they lose two. The guy has won his entire life. Now he's thrust into a team that can't get out of their own way, that by halfway through the season, you start thinking about who they're going to draft next April. So he's gone from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. Of course, it's got to be demoralizing.
1,000%. I mean, I guess it was like that for Quinnen, too, and that's why he kind of voiced his displeasure with the front office and kind of made it no secret. He wanted a change of scenery. I don't think Garrett's going to go down that road, but, yeah, I mean, it's obvious. And there really haven't been many times since he's come into the league where you thought that this team was in contention. I mean, that first year in 2022, the Mike White season. That was as close as this team has come to kind of being relevant even in the month of December.
It's bad. It really is when you stop and think about it. It's amazing to think that this team hasn't made the playoffs for 15 years.
15 years. And here's, just to put a bow on the whole thing, because a lot's been said about, the trades over the last few days. Here's the bottom line. I understand they're popular players. I understand they sold a lot of jerseys and they were, identifiable to the fans and all these things. And, here we are. We're starting over again. We're rebuilding again. The only thing you got to say is, and this is how they're looking at it, the people that make the decisions, it's not like you are winning any games with them, right? It's not like you were knocking on the door with them. So you might as well try something different.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, my question would be, do you trust this regime to I mean, it's all about the quarterback. We know it.
Right.
If I told you right now, take all 5 of those picks and throw them into the Hudson River, but as a result, you wind up with the quarterback, you would do it in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat.
I mean, last time you had 5 first-round picks, you nailed 4 of them. Out of the park, nailed 4 of them. The 5th one was a disaster, and because of it, you're now in a rebuild 3 years later.
Right. And they're, this, they're first, all draft choices, but especially first-round picks, they're lottery tickets. You don't know what they're going to be. You hope they turn out to be something good. Right? I mean, I was talking about that with a couple of guys yesterday. And it's like they're lottery tickets. They're chances.
Of course they are.
That's all they are.
You know what? They're hope, and when you have no hope, and now you're throwing a life jacket of hope, at least you have a modicum of excitement.
It's a crumb. They give you at least a little crumb.
But when you're starving and you find a bottle of water that has a sip, that's beautiful. Right? When you're dying of thirst and you find a little bit, when you're dying of no food and you find a crumb, that matters.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a delicious crumb.
What's the longest you've ever gone without eating?
Oh, it's a good question. I Probably 12 to 16 hours.
That's the
like
longest you've ever gone?
I mean, I haven't clocked it. I haven't sat there and kept a record of it, but probably.
You know, there was a time that I was going from Friday evening after dinner till Sunday at around noon without eating.
Is that when you had to walk the runway or what?
No, I was trying to lose weight, and I was doing a water-only fasting Saturday.
So this was Friday night dinner.
Friday, I'd have a nice dinner Friday night. Then I wouldn't have another morsel of food until Sunday at around noon.
Now, what did you do Saturday? Were you sedentary?
Very sedentary. Well, how much can you do if you're
that's what I'm saying.
Consuming
I
water?
mean,
very, very, very sedentary.
Yeah, you're not going to be like, Hakeem Olajuwon go out there and play during Ramadan.
Which I don't really think people understand how crazy that is.
It's
Not that
incredible.
It's a crazy thing to do. You are going out there playing a professional sport, and you're not eating or hydrating?
And we're not talking about a guy who's like the 12th man on the team. He was a superstar.
Didn't Kyrie Irving do that also?
And there have been others. I think there have been a couple of others as well. But Hakeem was like the first one to get notoriety for it.
But I always thought that was like one of the most remarkable feats anyone could do.
When I don't eat, like if I go over like a super long time for whatever reason, and I'm just kind of like living off of water for whatever reason I can't eat. Even like the slightest movement, I'll like come down with well. Yeah, I'll come down with like a headache or something.
I know you know Mike Brancher. You know what Mike Brancher has done recently?
What?
He did like a 5-day fast.
Why?
Wait.
But that's not good for you though.
5 days.
You're
He
also
would,
like doing other damage to your body though when you do that.
And he not only that, Dan, he would show up to work. Like he would go.
Well, he
through
doesn't
the
do
weekend.
manual labor. It's not like he's working in construction.
Oh, okay. How functional do you think you would be?
Yeah.
If you are 3 days into a water, coffee only fast.
Well, the coffee's a diuretic, first of all. I wouldn't ever put myself in that situation. I mean, if that's what he wants to do, God bless him. You know what I mean? I wish him all the luck in the world.
And he looks unbelievable. He looks sensational now, but
he was at the meeting yesterday. I didn't get a chance to talk to him though because there were so many people in that little room. But I hope he's doing well.
I think he's doing very well.
So 5 days.
I said to him, "Would you like to go out to breakfast with Ray and I?" And he's like, "Breakfast? I don't eat meals." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Did you find a place, by the way, like a sit-down place, or no? Was this like a to-go situation?
Well, it was a sit-down place, but it was one of those like walk-in deli kind of places. No, it wasn't. It wasn't ideal. We toured the area.
Mm-hmm.
We found, Ray, you would agree, we found a sensational place.
The one that we couldn't get to.
Right, we walked in, or like table for two. They're like, and your name is like Dave, like, and your reservation is under. I was like, no, we don't.
Yeah, stop with the reservations
on a Thursday, man.
This place was packed though.
But is it like a diner, right? Like, I mean,
no, it's like a shishi breakfast nook.
Shishi nook.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, hey Siri, find me the nearest shishi nook.
Wait, Ray, would you say that's a fair way of assessing what that place was?
I mean, it's not what came to mind for me, but sure, yeah, we can.
I don't think I've ever referred to anything as a shishi nook.
As a shishi nook?
Nothing.
Well, this is the vocabulary I'm working with.
It makes you emotional, is what it does.
Very much so.
It was that kind of place.
Almost started weeping, thinking about, because we walked in. There's locks as far as the eye can see, Dan. I mean, it was just lox and bagels and capers and onions, and it was just gorgeous.
Did you go? Have you ever gone or tried to go south, maybe a couple of blocks, and then over to the left, like down that territory? Because there's a lot of cool little spots in there.
East, and then we went north, and then we went west, and then we went south. And as we were coming back south, I was like, oh, how about that deli? And Ray knows everything. Ray's like, I've been to that deli. Not bad. We sit down there, grab a quick bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm not eating carbohydrates, so I had just a ham and cheese omelet, and it was very nice.
So the ham and cheese omelet, they did a good job with it.
It was nice. And you know what I liked?
What's that?
It was so fast.
Oh.
Like, the food was out in maybe 2 minutes. Maybe it took that long.
Because they want to get to the next customer. That's why. They want to keep the line moving.
A lot of respect for that place.
That's passing grades through the roof.
Great.
If you get a place
I don't
like
know
that.
if there were mouse droppings anywhere, and I don't really care because they came out so quick from the kitchen.
Are you examining that stuff, though, before you sit down and eat?
No, it's not.
I think it had an A on the window. I think you're fine.
What's the A stand for?
The health inspector.
Oh, Oh, right, the letter grade, yes.
Yeah, see, I don't look at the grades, and I'm as finicky as anybody when it comes to that, but I really don't go into a place and look for the Board of Health grade.
Listen,
maybe I should.
If it's an A, it's fine. If I see a B,
what's the number that you see? Like, ooh.
Is it a number or a letter?
Well,
it's a letter. It's a letter
that
grade
you see?
system.
Like, are you going into a C?
If I see a B, I'm like,
I'm not going to a C.
You're not going into a C?
If I see the letter C, I'm turning around.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And I guess we're not privy to such things. If you need a surgical procedure done, and the doctor who graduated medical school,
you know
on
what's
C's,
so funny?
Yeah.
Is I was going to ask you this same question.
Right? It's like,
that's wild.
Right? I mean, I think, if you're in a taxi cab, right? And I haven't been in a cab in a long time, but, right, you're sitting in the back seat. And isn't the guy's, license, right there for you to see to make sure he's documented and all that stuff? So how come when we get in the operating room and we're going to have a guy cut us open, which could end our lives, how come we don't get the transcripts of his, journey through medical school?
Don't you do research ahead of time to know
you
that
go
that's
into
your
his
doctor's
office,
you
not sit down in that guy's office, and you have his Princeton diploma and his Columbia Medical School.
You have to know well ahead of time. It's not like you're just hopping into a random operating room, not knowing who your surgeon is. Oh, it's Dr. Nick over here, and he's going to take care of you.
Yeah, but those diplomas, anybody could go to Kinko's or whatever and print one of those things out and frame them.
As you saw in Catch Me If You Can.
There you go.
Which did not make my top 25 movie list, by the way.
I don't think it should be in the top 25.
You do not?
No, of course not.
You want a taste?
A taste of what? The list?
Yeah, just a taste.
Sure.
All right. 25, Good Will Hunting.
Great movie.
24, Inglourious Bastards.
Great movie.
23, Usual Suspects.
Very good movie.
22, Leon the Professional, also known as just The Professional.
Never saw it.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, it's a top 22 movie for you.
For me.
Yeah.
21, Back to the Future.
Oh, it's a great movie.
So far, you like the list?
Like the list.
Okay. I'll give you another 5 in the next hour. How's that?
Look at this. I'm getting 5 every hour.
5 every hour.
Except there's only 4 hours in the show. Am I going to be left on a cliff 5 through 1?
I'll tell you what. 9 o'clock hour, I can give you 10.
Oh, I'm getting 10 in the 9 o'clock.
For you.
Yes.
For you and you only. All right. Phone lines are all lit up. We've done a terrible job. I've done a terrible job at getting to the calls, so let's remedy that. 800-919-3776. We'll get to your calls. We'll get to the Giants, the Jets, the NFL, around the league, frenzy, all of it. We do that starting next right here on ESPN New York.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
All right, let's see what's happening on the roads on this Football Friday. Here is Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. On this Football Friday, let's see what's going on, guys. We've got some issues right now in the Sawmill northbound. All lanes closed at Manville Road into Pleasantville. A truck into the Manville Road overpass. Watch for delays. Merritt Parkway South, exit 8 into Stamford. It's an accident. 1 lane blocked in the Van Wyck southbound, bumper to bumper into the belt with an accident blocking 2 lanes. Sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just 1 day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right, lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
To the net. Score! The New York Islanders are back in action with a brand new theme night schedule you won't want to miss. Bring your friends out for the holidays and take home a custom holiday replica jersey or arrive early for special bobblehead giveaway nights for Matt Barzell and Bo Horvat. Barzell for Horvat. Score! Explore the full theme night schedule at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson for three. And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I mean, we're reliving the decade of the 70s with both of these football teams. Neither one of them made the playoffs once.
Every single season, you flip the calendar to November 1st, you say, there is no chance they're going anywhere near the postseason.
I don't get paid to have a vision. They do. I got to trust them, man. I do.
You pick third, you pick second, you pick fourth, you pick fifth, and you pick seventh. You have a new coach, you have a new GM, and it never gets better.
Never.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, the big 7 o'clock hour, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Jefferson, do you know what Jefferson's middle name is running YouTube today? Do you know what this guy's middle name is? No joke.
I know that he has a blossoming relationship. I know that.
Oh, yeah, he's got himself a girlfriend is what he's got.
Yeah, and we sorted that out before the show. Like, he has a girlfriend.
Yeah,
you can't
call her a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But she is, if like, I said to him the other day, I said, Jefferson, this is as simple as I can break it down.
You don't misconstrue this. It's a girlfriend.
Yeah, right. But this is what I said to him. I said, would you be willing to go on a date with another girl? No.
No, because she's your girlfriend.
Because I like that girl. Well,
yeah.
Then, you know what you got, buddy? You got yourself a girlfriend, is what you got.
Well, do you hear what he's doing?
Yeah, which is crazy.
He's crossing national boundaries.
Yeah, he's running a marathon in another country.
Which means you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what you got there, buddy? You got yourself a girlfriend.
Fella, by the way. He bartends on the side. He's freakishly tall. He, for some reason, is working life with a mustache. Like, he's a very interesting guy.
You know who he's very reminiscent of a little bit? And you would appreciate this. Daniil Medvedev.
Yes.
But in a good way.
I don't know.
The guy was the number one ranked player in the world.
I don't know that he has the backhand of Medvedev, but I think that's a pretty decent comparison.
It was not all that long ago. You could have made a very, very convincing argument that Daniil Medvedev was not only the best player in the world, he was clearly the best hardcourt player in the world.
I think that's fair, but I also don't I look at Medvedev and I think to myself, that's a slight, skinny man. I don't look at Jefferson. I don't see him to be portly. But I don't look at Jefferson and think to myself, that's a skinny fella.
Well, he's not. He's very tall.
Very
and that's
tall.
what gives. Very tall. I think he's, 6'3"?
And I don't know if you feel like this.
Yeah.
He might be taller than 6'3". I like him very much. I think he's a very nice kid.
Rock solid. Salt,
really,
like
really
salt
good
of the
kid.
earth. Here's what it is. Here's the bottom line. Like at the hours we show up to do this show, which is pre-6 a.m., that we're in here congregating, there are very few people on this planet that you want to interface with in the 5 a.m. hour when it's still dark out, you barely have all your faculties. He's one of those guys, and that says something.
He's a good kid, a really good kid. Couple things.
Yeah.
Firstly, very tall.
Very.
Secondly, he's monitoring the YouTube chat today. I have a very nice comment from Jefferson. Thirdly, do you know what his middle name was? Which is how I started this. This is completely honestly true.
Is it Savage?
Savage.
That is tremendous.
Yeah.
He just went up about 9 notches in my book.
I don't know if his parents looked at him as an infant and thought, Savage. Or maybe his mother's maiden name is Savage. But however it comes about, it's unbelievable.
Wow. So he could he could go through life, and you want to talk about hoity-toity, like an aristocrat or something? He can go through life with JS. Instead of being called Jefferson, he could be, I'm JS. I don't know his last name. What's his last name?
Gibson.
I'm JS Gibson.
Yeah, shouldn't he be Jefferson, Savage, Gibson, the fourth?
Something like that,
Yeah.
yes. He's the heir to a candy bar fortune.
Yes. So here's what I've gotten from him so far today. Quote, when I hear Graca's voice in the morning, I feel the sun coming out and the coffee just hits better.
Is that true?
That's from Julian.
I can vouch for that. I saw that same comment.
Who's Julian? I thought we were talking about Jefferson.
No, it's a guy in the chat.
In the YouTube chat, Jefferson sent me the note from Julian.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So I wanted you to be aware of that. And then he sent me a poll he put up in the chat. 73% of the voters in the YouTube chat think the Browns beat the Jets this Sunday.
They're favored, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're favored by a point and a half or something, though.
Not for nothing. You're talking about a team that has one win. Is it really all that shocking?
Well, here's the thing, though. It's not like the Browns are lighting up the league either. The Browns are they're offensively, they are a horrendous football team. 2-point spread right now.
It's 2?
2.
So the weather's not going to move things one way or the other. How about this? Let's have another fun game.
Okay.
Over under
35.5.
Miles
by the
Garrett
time we
sacks.
kick off on Sunday.
Over under Miles Garrett sacks.
Oh, Miles Garrett sacks?
2.5 over under.
That's what I was going to set it at. Under.
I know the Jets didn't give up a sack, and they were talking about it against Cincinnati. But let's be real.
He's gonna he might wreak havoc. 2.5 sacks that's a game.
Miles Garrett, might be pound for pound the most disruptive player in the league.
He's up there,
and it's just that he plays on a team that is just completely irrelevant.
Well,
in the NFL.
Listen, he wanted to be traded. He could see no way he was going to continue with the Browns until they unloaded the Brinks truck at his home, and he's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I love it here in Cleveland.
I want to go win a Super Bowl, but give me that money. I love it.
Jefferson says backhand good serve is clearly the best part of his game.
Oh, love it. You need if you want to be a good hardcourt player, the serve will do you wonders.
I think that's very, very fair. All right, let's get to some of the calls. Subi in Midtown. Subi, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, Dan should have interviewed Quincy Williams because maybe he would have had a better experience with the interviews because Quincy Williams got demoted yesterday, and obviously he's probably disappointed in that. What's Dan's opinion about Aaron?
Well, why don't you ask Dan? Why are you referring to him in the third person? He's right here.
It's like sending me a message in the YouTube chat.
So, am I supposed to say, hey, Dan, Subi's on the line. Subi would like to know what your opinion is. Yeah. Subi, why don't you just talk to Dan?
Well, because Dan's saying the Jets locker room is all free and happy, but Quincy Williams isn't happy. He got demoted, and what's the reasoning behind that? Because Bart yesterday was saying that Quincy Williams is an excellent player, and he didn't deserve that in a contract year. So what's Dan's opinion? Because
Subi, I'm going to pummel you. He's right here.
Well, I want him to
No. Stop referring to him as Dan or him. Talk to Dan, Subi. Have you ever had a conversation on the phone? Do you when you're talking to like a parent, do you say, I wonder what mom thinks about this, or do you refer to her, hey, mom? Say, hey, Dan, it's Subi. I'd like to ask you this. Go.
Subi, is this how you propose to your fiance, supposedly, or did you have to go through a third party, or did you ask her directly?
I had to fly first class to see her. But regarding Mr. Graca.
Oh, my, goodbye. Honestly.
One of two things. I had to fly first class to see her.
Let me tell you something.
Either that's a bit, or he's just not all there.
No, I mean, do you want me to give you the honest answer? I mean, I don't think I have to tell you. We've kind of suspected as much for a long time.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Why is you're sitting here? Why is he referring to you as, like, I'd like to ask Dan this question?
Can I be honest with you? And you know that I think the absolute world of you. I would lay down in traffic for you. Okay?
Is that true?
Probably. Yeah, I think so.
Like stop and go or like expressway?
You mean like
what level? Like bumper to bumper?
You mean like in an old country road with
merging into three lanes into a one lane? Like what kind of traffic are you lying down in for me?
Population 872 with one traffic light in the center of town. I would lay down in traffic.
And how long? Long enough to eat a sandwich, or are you just lying down like you lie down like a burpee? Like you lie down, now you're up, and now you're out.
Center lane, bike lane, where are you going?
Well, what is the proper terminology? Like one rotation of the traffic lights? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, one cycle.
One cycle. Yeah.
But like at Broadway and West 4th, or like where are you lying down for me?
Well, then if it's going to be Broadway and West 4th, maybe it's the overnight hours to where it's maybe not as busy. There's not as much traffic back and forth. Here's what I was getting to.
Okay.
The point. I was, despite what I think of you, okay, I was a little surprised that was your leadoff. Like, you're making out the lineup card, and that's who you put in the leadoff hole.
So who did I have batting leadoff? Like Miguel Rojas.
You could have put Dick Schofield in the leadoff spot. It would have been better.
You know what? The only reason I went with Subi right off the bat. By the way, I've talked to Subi many times. It's never been to that level.
No, but it's getting worse.
That was a different
level. It's honestly getting worse.
And you saw this, and this would be my only defense, in the call screener setup. Subi was on top.
But that doesn't – see, here's the thing. That doesn't mean you got to take him first just because
it's on me.
It is on you.
We know I'm not very good at this job.
No, you're very good at this job. But again, just because somebody's on the phone, because he doesn't sleep and he calls at 4 a.m. to stay on hold, doesn't mean you got to take him first.
I'm sorry. I don't know what more I can do.
When the store opens at whatever time it opens, just because you have a homeless person who's first in line because he has nowhere else to go, it doesn't mean that he's your best customer.
Well, it's my only customer.
Well, maybe when they open the door, but then people are going to start to filter in.
All right. Listen, I'm sorry. That was on me. Let's see if Ira in Staten Island is equally awful.
We didn't even answer the question.
Ira, would you like to refer to Dan in the third person this morning? Good morning. How are you?
Boy.
What's happening? Guys, bring up Ira.
There he is.
There you go. Hi, Ira. How are you?
Hi, Ira.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. No, Shuby would.
And we lost Ira. He said the word Subi.
I think Ira's calling him Shuby.
Shooby-dooby-doo.
Ira, are you there?
Yeah, but I'm hearing feedback on the back of the phone.
Oh, that's terrific. What do you have? What do you have today, Ira?
Well, so this is what I have. That first call was classic. I think it was a Jets season, and I do think the Jets are going to beat the Browns. But I got a question for both of you.
Okay.
In 2027, the Giants and Jets play a regular season game. Okay, that's how the schedule breaks out. Which organization is going to be further ahead at that point?
Giants. I don't even think it's a question, and I would be horrified if that was not the right answer. Dan. Giants have the quarterback.
They have the quarterback. Until the Jets have a quarterback.
Established.
Yeah.
And thanks for the call, Ira. We just established that the Jets might not even get a new quarterback this offseason.
Right.
So, no. Right, you agree, right? That's not being Giants homer.
No. You have the quarterback. It's as simple as that. You have the quarterback. And the Jets may get one this year. They might get one next year. They may not get one at all. Or at least the guy who's actually going to deliver for them.
No, of course. Here's Dan. The best quarterback in your lifetime the Jets have had is who? Chad Pennington?
Well,
Ted
I mean,
O'Brien?
not counting Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers.
No, because they weren't that player for the Jets.
Chad Pennington or Vinny.
Okay, right. Vinny was very good
Ken
as well.
O'Brien had a couple of good years in the 80s, but Chad or Vinny, probably.
But Vinny showed up to the Jets when he was, 37? 36?
That 98 season was incredible, though.
It was awesome.
Vinny's 98 and Chad's 2002 were the two best seasons.
99 is when he tore his Achilles.
Yes, unfortunately.
Oh, that was. Do I recall this correctly? Tom Tupa
had to come in that game because of the emergency quarterback designation thing at that time, and he threw a touchdown pass to Keyshawn Johnson.
What? Tupa was the backup?
Because he was a had quarterback in his history in addition to punting at Ohio State, right?
But he was the main backup for Testaverde.
I think the way the rules were back then, if you put the other quarterback in the game, he couldn't go back in or something like that, or vice versa. If I remember right, then Tupa didn't finish the game. He didn't finish the game. Then Rick Meyer came in to play I don't remember if it was the third quarter, the fourth quarter, whatever it was.
That's terrible.
It was one of the most surreal days you'll ever have at that stadium. But I agree with you.
Let's go to Artie in Brooklyn, see what's on his mind. Good morning, Ira. I miss Artie, sorry.
I could be Ira, too. I was going to say exactly that, Dave. You're going nuts about the Giants, but you got your quarterback, and we got all these picks, and we all know, I was there when they got Donald and Darnold, and I'm celebrating like we got Joe Namath, and look what happens. The only thing is this. The last defensive quarterback coach that we had won a Super Bowl because he built his defense, and they went out and they got a veteran quarterback. That wasn't that good. But, he was Brady, but he wasn't that good. The Denver Broncos, same thing.
Brady was
a great defense. They went – listen, he wasn't – Brady, as good as he was in his head,
Brady was good.
He wasn't
you want to sit here and tell me Peyton Manning wasn't very good? I'll buy into that. Brady was good.
Okay.
Wait, I'm confused. Is somebody saying what did?
This is my point.
All right.
They could go out and build a great defense, and then go get somebody. Because if you ask Aaron Glenn right now, I bet you he thinks he could win with Fields. No, I bet you. You said that Fields won't be the quarterback next year. Right? You said he can't be the starting quarterback.
We got to go.
Artie is, because I had a conversation with him last week. Artie's still very much on the Justin Fields train. And I've said this before. I wanted nothing more than the whole Justin Fields experiment to work out long term.
But it's not going. It hasn't. It's not going.
It's not going to. And Artie, if you're still listening, what more proof do you need than they benched him 2 weeks ago?
If you sat down with Aaron Glenn and said, be honest with me, Aaron, do you believe you can win the Super Bowl with Justin Fields? And his response is, absolutely. He should be removed from his job immediately.
Right.
Because he clearly doesn't know all that much about football, which I don't believe is true. But if that was his mindset, if you had a coach in this league, having watched him on the Bears and the Steelers, and now you've coached him, and he looks, for the most part, dreadful, and you said, I can win a Super Bowl with that guy, then I question everything about you.
I agree. By the way, back to the Subi call for a second. I did talk to Quincy yesterday for about 10 minutes, he and I. And obviously we've known each other for years. So, I can let you in on a little of our conversation.
I'd like to know what's going on.
That's a little tease because I know we got a break. I'm trying to do some clock integrity.
Well, yeah, that's fine. My question would be, and we can throw this out there on the other side as well, and you're certainly dialed into the Jets way more than I am. Why in the world, if you're going to bench the guy, would you not just trade him?
Because they weren't getting the compensation in offers that they wanted. That's the God's honest truth.
Why not just unload him? Do you envision them re-signing him next season?
No.
Okay, so he's gone. So that if you could get a 6th-round pick, why wouldn't you do that? Something?
Because they weren't getting even a 6th-round pick.
They were getting no offers for him?
They were getting nothing more than a 7th, I believe.
God. All right, let's take a break. We'll answer some more of these Jets questions. We'll continue with the conversation about the Giants. Maybe the callers will uplift the show, because so far that has not been the case. It's DNR with you, Graca in for Rick, right here on a Football Friday, ESPN New York.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Let me tell you about my friends at Bathfitter. They remodeled the bath by my pool. They converted a tub into a shower. The result is amazing. Bathfitter offers all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit. It's done in one day, easy to clean, and durable with no demo or mess, and it costs less than a standard replacement. Plus, a lifetime guarantee. Right now, you get no money down, no payments, or interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bathfitter.
Harry Douglas here. Fellas, it's time to step up your grooming game. Manscaped just leveled up with the Lawnmower 5 and the Chairman Plus, two powerhouses built for unmatched precision, comfort, and control. Whether you're cleaning up before a night out, preparing for a big meeting, or getting ready for a game day, Manscaped has the tools to help you look and feel your absolute best. These aren't just old school clippers. They're engineered for modern men who take pride in their daily routine. So upgrade your grooming gear and experience the difference. And now you can find Manscaped products at your local Walmart.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour Apple 5-Hour Energy Shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With 0 sugar and as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keeps your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at Sour Apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. The cavalcade of busyness just commences momentarily. Jordan Raanan, Rich Cimini, around the league, football frenzy, you name it, we got it. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, that's when it's Tully time. 7 o'clock, Rangers visit the Red Wings in Detroit. Islanders hosting the Wild at UBS. 7:30, Nets welcome the Pistons to Barclays, fresh off their big victory. Also, a couple of big college basketball games tonight, Dan. Massive games.
Yes. Kansas, UNC.
Which will be a big deal in my house. Because
that's an Espen vehicle, too.
He's a massive Carolina fan. And something that I think you know hits close to home for me.
Little Georgetown. And who are they playing?
Maryland.
Maryland, that's right. FS1.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right, and that's at 6 o'clock. So all that constitutes Game Time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Number 20, Dan, you ready?
Yes.
The Shining.
Classic.
19, Life is Beautiful.
Life is Beautiful. That is the Roberto Benigni or whatever his name is?
Benigni.
Benigni.
Yes,
okay.
That is the Roberto
I don't think I've
Benigni.
seen that from start to finish,
Oh.
but okay.
Unbelievable movie.
So that struck a chord, even though it was in a foreign tongue. It still got you.
It's the one movie with subtitles that made my list. Number 18.
A lot of subtitles in Inglourious Bastards, too.
But not exclusively.
Not exclusive, no.
The Green Mile. Number 18.
That tugs at your heartstrings.
Number
you know who wrote The Green
Stephen
Mile?
King.
There you go.
Yeah. 17, The Departed.
Oh, yeah.
And 16, Silence of the Lambs.
Creepy.
Very creepy.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony Hopkins.
I'm surprised you would go Silence of the Lambs that high. It's not a very uplifting tale.
No, well, but it's not about uplifting. It's about what I consider to be a great movie. I think that is a great movie. And Anthony Hopkins, who won the Academy Award, only
Correct.
on screen for 15 minutes.
Yeah, not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question. Because this is, you don't want to put together a list like this very flippantly.
No, it took a long time.
Time-wise, what are we talking about here? Months.
They asked me for this back in the summer. I hemmed, I hawed. It took a lot of time. Like, movies went in, they came out. It was a lot of work.
Yeah, because and you could forget a movie. You could forget. I mean, you could be sitting there on the think tank one day, and you're like, "Oh, Silence of the Lambs."
That's right.
So you keep a running list on your phone.
I actually brought up, because of course you can't remember every movie. I brought up different lists. Rolling Stone's top 500 movies, IMDb's top 750 movies, and I went through them and then determined what do I like. What are my top
you need
movies?
a little bit of a reference, yeah.
We'll do 15 to 10 in the next hour, but just to give you a little look, see who's Harry Crumb? Not in the top 15.
What do you got against Harry Crumb?
I love that movie, just not in the top 15. That's all I'm saying.
John Candy classic.
Did you see the John Candy documentary?
I want to on Prime.
It's very good.
I did see, though, I think it was last week maybe or something. It was his birthday, and it was John Candy would have been, I think it was 75.
Even still, he would be young.
It's crazy, though, to think about that.
He died in his 40s.
I know, it's insane.
Danny, Long Island. Danny, good morning. How you doing, my friend?
I was doing great. You reminded me of the tragic passing of John Candy. What a great character, from Stripes to all the roles he played. I mean, when Home Alone, when he's the polka, the lead singer, the lead player in a polka band, he's just a funny guy. And him leaving the earth too early was just not fair.
Documentary, Danny? Did you watch the documentary on John Candy?
No, I stored it on my box,
so
that I will
really
get to it.
interesting things, and this doesn't ruin it certainly. The job as the polka guy that gives them a ride, he did for either free or union minimum. And what was the other thing you mentioned? Oh, remember the wrestling scene in Stripes? He didn't want to do it. He was horrified, didn't want to do it, fought doing it, and eventually they agreed to let him do it fully clothed. He did that wrestling scene fully clothed, so he was very.
Let me just say, as about a 14-year-old, when Stripes came out, that was probably the greatest movie scene in my teenage years. I had that on when you froze things back in the old days on the VCR, it was always a little bit blurry, but that was pretty intense for a teenager back in the day. That was a beautiful scene.
What mine was? Fast Times at Ridgemont
I was just going to say
Fast Times at Ridgemont High was.
But see, that was already in slow motion. That was already in slow motion, so you got a good view of that.
Good stuff.
Listen,
All right,
before we talk about the Jets, what was worse, the football game last night or Peter Rosenberg's Halloween costume? Have you seen a picture of that?
No. What did he go as?
Peter Rosenberg.
Let me just say, Danny, it must be awful if it was worse than that football game last night.
Yes. Okay, so he's a 46-year-old man. He goes to a New York City firehouse with his beautifully dressed wife as Cruella de Vil. Sexy outfit. He's in a room with real men that break things and run into fires. And he's standing there wearing a onesie dog outfit with makeup on his face. And I'm thinking, what are these guys thinking of when these guys are ready to jump into a fire truck and race up Bill, and they're looking at a grown man in a dog onesie with makeup on his face. Horrifying choice.
He was wearing makeup?
Well, I mean, think about it. If she was Cruella de Vil, was he like one of the 101 Dalmatians?
He was one of the 101 Dalmatians. It matched the costume, but I would be emasculated to be standing in a room full of real men.
You know what,
dressed
Danny?
as a
I'm
dog.
not going to kill him for
Yeah,
that. I think it's cute. I mean, the fact that he's a man in his late 40s and he's still dressing up as Halloween.
When did Dad start getting dressed for Halloween? How about that discussion?
What?
When did the fathers start getting? I guarantee your fathers did not start a costume.
Danny, I don't think I ever saw my dad on Halloween. Okay, he was.
My father's role on Halloween was to say, lay out the candy to make sure you didn't get anything questionable, and then take all the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Why is it such an awful thing that Peter wanted to be involved in his daughter's first Halloween?
No, it wasn't that he wanted to be involved. No, I just thought that was a very emasculating picture to be standing with real men in a dog outfit. But anyway, I enjoyed the conversations on many shows, heated back and forth over the week about the Jets moves. And I never tell a Jet fan what they should feel because they're in a special place in hell. But I felt like both arguments were right. Both Jet fans were right that they have no hope that they'll get the right picks. And people were right saying they did the right thing by selling everybody. It was one of those discussions where it's like, is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? And you could argue it, some people can argue it either way and have some decent points either way. So I thought it was a great conversation all over the radio this week.
Well, and the thing is, and thanks for the call, Danny, and I don't think you have to be so mean to Peter, but that's,
That was, what that was? That was called nitpicking.
Well, I mean, I don't see what Peter did wrong.
No, he didn't do anything at all.
I'm happy to jump all over Peter, but I mean, so he wants to be involved in his daughter's first Halloween and he's going to dress up?
No, that was just a roundabout way to complain about men dressing up for Halloween. That's what that was.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, because he's talking about, because he dropped in, when did fathers start dressing up? I feel like that's been a thing for a long time.
If Peter determines, I'm going to work, I'm going to go away, I'm going to do something else, now he's an absentee father, but if Peter decides to get involved and play the role of like great dad, now he's weak-minded. Like, come on, what are we doing?
I think that's more of like a probably 40 and under thing. Like a lot of dads, I think 40 and under, that trend. So I guess the millennial-ish generation started like the family dress-up portion of.
You dressed up, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, not as serious as Peter. I actually thought Peter's costume is in great detail. I think it's only on Instagram.
I didn't even see it. I got to take a look at it.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. He went hard in the middle ground, right? Like my dad, I never saw him on Halloween. I don't think I ever went trick-or-treating with him ever. Peter is dressing up as one of the Dalmatians. That's two polar opposite sides. I was somewhere in the middle. I would go with my kids trick-or-treating, but I wouldn't dress up to go trick-or-treating.
Apart from any parental obligations, I was thinking like last week during Halloween. Do you remember how old you were the last time you went out seeking candy?
Me?
Yes.
Not going with my, probably 11-ish, 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I remember being like a little older and going out. Well, I guess it's different. Going out and trying to get candy and people opening the door and be like, you don't have a costume. I was like, yeah, I just would like some candy.
I was that guy the last time I went. Like, I literally just put on my jacket and we went out at night. It was bad. Like, I was like thinking back on it now, I was like, I'm horrified. Like, just to get candy.
Just to get candy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would have been either like 15 or 16.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to get like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Something
you couldn't get that at any store.
Yeah. And it was, like I said, that's one of these things, like, looking back, I'm like mortified. Because it was very like, you're not supposed to do that. It's dark. It's late. And like, you got these like, teenage like hoodlums walking around. Like, give me some candy. That ain't cool.
All right, let's take a break. Let's rejoin the program with Jordan Raanan, Rich Cimini, and Around the League. I mean, honestly, does it get better than that?
No.
I don't think so either. Mm-mm. So we'll do that, and we'll do it next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. FanDuel is dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. That includes boosts, bonuses, and some surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo, it's your weekly pregame. So when you're wrapping up the work week, what better way to bring on the weekend than with the NBA Happy Hour? Every Friday, 6 to 7:30 p.m., only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. FanDuel is dropping limited-time specials to get you in the zone. That includes boosts, bonuses, and some surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. Visit FanDuel.com/Rick to grab your reward before the clock expires. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions do apply, including bonus and token expiration, leg requirements, and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
This fall, don't sit on the sideline because of pain. If you're tired of waking up stiff, fighting neck, back, or joint pain, and missing out on the things you love, it's time to take action. Call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain, New Jersey's top pain specialist. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and laser focused on one thing: getting you back in the game. Living pain-free, no surgery, no cuts, no downtime. Just precise image-guided treatments that deliver real results. Whether it's sciatica, nerve pain, migraine, or chronic joint pain, Dr. Shaw will personalize a non-surgical game plan just for you without pain medication. Same-day and next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Most major insurances are accepted, so what are you waiting for? Don't let pain keep you out of the action this season. Visit Sandwell Pain to text, call, or book online. You'll wish you met Dr. Jay Shaw a lot sooner. Relief starts today, and victory over pain is closer than you think.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to the emergency room. We have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's
kit.
a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
Clinton Yates here. The holidays are upon us, and so are the savings at Total Wine & More. Discover thousands of wines, spirits, and beers like my favorite, IPAs, perfect for every celebration and every budget. From bold reds to sparklers, you'll find the perfect wines to raise a glass this season. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find only at Total Wine & More. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. See TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. Be 21.
Tire care shouldn't come with extra costs or surprise fees. It should be simple, straightforward, and stress-free. So at Midas, they're rolling out the limited lifetime tire guarantee, included with every tire purchase with paid installation. You'll pay nothing for flat repairs, nada for flat replacements, zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles, and zero for other preventative maintenance. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee, only at Midas.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kid's bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one bath fitter.
Oh, yeah. This Dan, Graca in for Rick today, is my favorite segment of the week. Raanan Cimini around the league.
This is what they call on the charts.
Yeah.
On the charts.
Big time stuff. Time now for the Raanan Cimini report, brought to you by Bet365. I feel like I haven't been myself around this guy, and I don't know why. I got to be better. And that's my dear friend, the great Giants insider reporter, Jordan Raanan. Hi, Jordan. How are you?
Hey, Dave. I could already sense the difference. Maybe it's Rick. He's rubbing. Maybe he rubs off on you.
It's distinctly possible.
When Rick is there, all of a sudden you're mean to me again.
Rick told a unbelievable lie for no reason yesterday at the station.
What's this?
On the air or off the air?
Let's hear.
I'm going to specifically tell you what. Somebody asked him, like, did you do this? And he's like, I did. And then he walks back. He's like, I didn't do that. I was like, why would you tell them that? He's like, I don't know. Yeah.
Was that the easiest way out of the conversation, just to say he did it?
I think by saying he did it, he gained points, but he didn't do it. So I don't understand.
So there's no points to gain, is what you're saying.
No, and he shouldn't have taken the credit that he wound up taking.
He's probably just a serial liar. That's what that says right there.
That's my concern, is what is true now at this point. So, Jordan, the Giants' run defense is brutal. It's 5.5 yards a carry. I saw your tweet. We got into it yesterday on the show. It's been 24th or worse for 4 consecutive seasons. How much is that placed on?
That could be part of the problem, and I think those are two that I mentioned right there. Maybe they're not doing a good enough job, but I think overall it's also partly personnel. Like, is the personnel really good enough? They have weak cornerbacks that teams just want to run at, right? I mean, that usually you don't say that with run defense, Dave, but for the Giants, it's like, well, just run at the edges. Just run at Deontay Banks, or Cordell Flott weighs like 160 pounds. So, like, just keep running at the edges. But, yeah, you have to look at it because now we're at a point where this is a problem that's stretching back 4 years, even though there have been changes. So what are the constants? What are the problems there? And can they get it solved? I'm not sure that the answers are there right now.
Well, when you talk about finding the answers, okay, and obviously that falls on the shoulders of the head coach, and we know that has been one major struggle over the last few years.
Mm-hmm.
Things continue to trend in this direction. Does he finish out the year?
Yeah. Tell me what happens throughout the rest of the year.
I mean, they just keep losing games.
More the same, right?
More the same, basically, yes.
So I think the answer is yes, he will finish out the year. There is one thing that I look at and say, you know what? This could help. This could be the one thing that makes him not finish the year. Is we've seen it now the last 2 games. Jackson Dart's running the ball on designed runs down 3 scores in the fourth quarter. If Jackson Dart would happen to get hurt at any point late in one of these games, I think that's something that can prevent him from finishing out the year. But otherwise, I do think he could finish that. But think about it. They're running QB draws.
It's unbelievable.
Each of the last
Down
2 games
17
now.
points.
Well, Jordan, we talked about this in August.
It's ridiculous.
We talked about this in August.
Yeah. And by the way, I'm getting texts from, like, during the games and afterwards I get texts from a lot of people, including, like, former players and people close to the team and people around the league. And I can't tell you how many people are like, what the hell are they doing at the end of the game there? Like, they're like, why are they running the rookie? Why are they running him?
It makes no sense.
And he took a huge, like,
you saw him doubled over on the sideline after that.
It reminded me of the Elway hit when he kind of got torpedoed
in the Super Bowl.
In the Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah, like that's what that kind of reminded me.
Yeah, but you know
what?
what? In that moment, it made sense. Down 17 in a meaningless football game where you're getting blown out. I don't even know why he was really in the game, but you certainly can't take that kind of punishment. So, Jordan, you answered the question. yeah, you think he's makes it through the season. Does that mean we're at the point where you're confident he's not back next season?
I wouldn't say confident because anything can happen here. But, I mean, if things keep trending this way, how can you be back? I have a hard time seeing anyone being back. Let's say they're on pace for 4 wins, right?
You're right, yeah.
I mean, that's the pace that they're on. We're talking about 7 wins in 2 years, and then 6 the year before that. So 13 wins in 3 years. Daniel Jones could win more than that this year. Daniel Jones could have more wins this year than the Giants have in 3 seasons combined. Think about it. How ridiculous is that?
That would be pathetic.
Pathetic.
Yeah.
How about, when you saw last week, and we're talking with Jordan Raanan here in his weekly spot on ESPN New York.
That was nice. Well done.
You like that? You like the little reset there? Because people could be turning, that's what they tell you to do, because people could be turning on for the first time. They're like, who the hell are they talking
I'm
to?
giving you kudos. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a little reset.
Little
reset. You watched that game last week, and our good friend, our mutual friend, RJ Santillo, took in that game last week because he rooted for the visitors for the 49ers.
Were they the visitors?
Yeah. And that's my point. And you turned the game on, and it was a sea of red. And I texted RJ. I was like, this game might as well be in Santa Clara. Does something like that register with ownership? And then look, to them, the tickets are being bought. That's all they care about. But the fact that it was a sea of red, which you're not usually used to seeing to that extent in East Rutherford over the years when the Niners come in, like, is that just another feather in the cap if you're looking to make sweeping changes if you're the New York Giants?
I do. I mean, I think that those kind of things, like, people are still flying planes over the building. That kind of has lost its luster, I think, a little bit. Like, if you keep doing it, it doesn't have the same effect anymore, right? It kind of gets watered down. But that kind of stuff where your own stadium gets taken over by an opposing team, you're losing, your fans don't even want to be there. They're frustrated. They're to the point of just total frustration. Those kind of things, I think, resonate and matter more than anything.
So, Jordan, it doesn't look good for Daboll. I think we're all of that mindset.
Oh, 100%.
Shane? Like, I said this, and this has kind of been the theme that I've run with. And, like, are we at the point where Shane could stay? Are we at the point where I need to root for them to lose games to ensure that he leaves? Like, where are we as far as the stability of Joe Shane keeping his job?
Yeah, that's a little trickier one, right? Because you're talking about sort of resetting the whole organization there. You got the John Mara health factoring into the equation. Joe Shane is also, very tight with ownership. I think it's an easy, and you heard this going back to last year, is that the easy excuse is to say, hey, we have some talent there. The coaching staff just isn't getting the most out of the talent. And I think that's going to be an argument that's made, and there's a definitely – you're just going back to last year. And last year, Brian Daboll's job was in jeopardy, but the general manager wasn't. So he obviously stands on safer ground, or did stand on safer ground.
I get that he stands on safer ground, but is it safe ground, and can that safe ground become unsafe ground?
I think it can become unsafe. If you win 3 or 4 games, Dave, and you go on like another 10-game losing streak here, like that.
So Jordan, if I want change, I need to root against the Giants. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I think you want it to keep going terribly.
But do you think they should be joined at the hip?
Of course I do. I mean, Dan, you've watched the Jets over and over. Mismatched guys. How does that work?
No, it does. And I agree with you. By the way,
how does that work?
I agree with you. Yeah.
It makes almost no sense to the Bears have done it. How does it work for the Bears? Like most of these times that teams do it, it's not the right way to do it. So a clean break is usually the way to go here. But bad organizations do bad things, so anything's on the table right now because that's what the Giants are and that's what their record says they are.
So I asked Rick this, and we got into an argument about it. I said, this is a very attractive job. And he said, no, you're the Jets now. I said, you're out of your mind. I said, it's still the Giants. It's still considered an elite program in the NFL, and you have the quarterback. So you kind of break the tie here. You know better than either of us. Is this the Giants' job this offseason still a very attractive job?
It's still an attractive job. I mean, it's
the New York Giants. Of course it is.
RJ, am I lying? Did we not have an argument where Rick was saying no? It no longer is it. Does it have that allure?
Yeah, I think Rick pushed back. Yeah.
I think it does. Here's how I know it does. I hear from people who are connected to people who are interested in the job, right? And they're already interested in the job, and that already exists. And I've already heard from certain people, then you're like, oh, okay, that person's going to want to be in the mix. And so that still exists. And then on top of that, because you're still the Giants in New York, it's a big market, it's a marquee type job in that regard. And on top of that, now you have Jackson Dart.
Right.
And then people are going to want to work with Jackson Dart. Like, you're not – I don't know how you watch Jackson Dart right now and be like, nah, I don't want to have it. I don't think I could work with that. Like, who's saying that right now, right?
But the bottom line, look, I mean, the two teams, they're going to be on the same field this Sunday. And I know the Bears are maybe starting to turn the corner, but New York Giants, Chicago Bears, those are two, like, flagship hallmark NFL franchises. Anybody would crawl over, hot coal to take that job.
Listen, I'm telling you what Rick's take was, and I found it to be jarring.
Rick's wrong.
Think about it. Ben Johnson took that job with a GM that was left over, right? A team that is just a way worse history than the Giants. And Ben Johnson, who was pretty much the number one choice for everybody, there was some talk that, Joe Shane even went behind the scenes and was trying to, recruit Ben Johnson towards the end of last year. And then that wasn't going to happen. He didn't want to do that. But, that was a rumor that was going around. And, Ben Johnson decided, I want to go to Chicago. I want to turn it around there. I want to work with Caleb Williams. And so that's kind of what the Giants have here in New York or New Jersey, whatever you want to call it.
By the way, just speaking of former Giant coaches, you see another one that didn't work out. You see your buddy Pat Shermer got demoted by Dion out there in Colorado.
Yeah.
Pat,
you got to blame somebody.
I'm sure it's his fault, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Joe Judge, meanwhile, is coaching the heck out of quarterbacks at Ole Miss. Did you see this guy? He's killing it.
Yeah. What's his name?
Trinidad Chambliss?
Yep. Yeah. He's unbelievable.
So,
Jordan.
Dave, do you know where he's from?
Where he grew up?
No, college. He played at college last year.
He played at like the Division II on the national championship. I forget, but
it's one of those random colleges that you bring up like you did the other
Ferris
day.
State or something like that.
Yeah,
it's
there
not,
you go.
Ferris. Is that right?
Ferris, I think. Yeah, Ferris State. Ferris Bueller.
Look at
State.
that. I really am a genius. Can we take a moment? I don't know that that's right. Is it? You think that's right? Ferris State.
Great botany program at Ferris State, by the way.
Unbelievable. All right, Jordan, let's end this as we always do. What's going to happen with the Giants this week and the Bears?
I mean, it's going to be hard for me to sit here at any point and pick the Giants. Like, what scenario can I pick the Giants at this point? Like, who can they play that I would pick the Giants? The Titans, maybe?
I think definitively. The Jets, probably.
They play the Raiders in Vegas, though, so I don't know. That might be like a toss-up, but I could maybe, depending on how it goes at that point. The Commanders late in the year. But, yeah, right now, how are you going to pick the Giants who can't stop the run against the number 2 run offense? Like, create a scenario for me, Dave, where they're going to stop the run here.
Kyle Monangai, baby.
They're not going to stop the run.
So it's hard to win if you don't stop the run at all.
Well, here's the
points in this game, right?
Here's the picture you paint.
The Bears' defense is pretty good, though.
Oh, great.
The Bears had a miracle win last week, so they're probably riding high on that. They have a huge division game next week in Minnesota that they might be looking ahead to. Yeah, exactly.
Here's why you watch, Dave.
I'm going to watch no matter what.
No, I know, but here's why, as a Giants fan, you could be excited about watching. Any given week, Jackson Dart can play really well, and they can win again. They could beat one of these good teams. Like, they're capable of doing that now because he's the quarterback and he could play at a high level.
Which you now tell me could keep the GM, which is what most people don't want. So it's great. Again, I'm in a position where I have to root against the Giants. Not for draft capital.
You don't need to root against them, do you?
Dave, remember something.
If you tell me that that's my chance of cleaning house, then don't I kind of have to?
Dave, remember, the Bears need the win.
Yeah. I get it. All right, Jordan.
Did you tell Dan, by the way, how do you not bring this up? I sent you and Rick a text the other day.
Wait, why are you referring to him in the third person as well?
What are you talking about?
You said, can you tell Dan?
I'm very unapproachable.
Yeah, it's true. No, I'm saying, how do we not bring this up?
Jordan's amazing. He sent, we didn't say who it was because I don't know that you wanted that at the time. He sent a text to Rick and I saying, Jets are going to make moves. And then
I said, get ready, Rick.
Yeah.
Big Jets moves coming. This was like 24 hours before anything went down.
He knew. All right, Joe, we got to go. Rich Cimini is waiting in the wings. Bye.
See you guys.
Bye, Jordan.
That, of course, is Jordan Raanan. Very, very good today, by the way.
He was top notch.
He was
when
really
is he? When is he
good.
not though?
Well, I think there's times when Rick is here and it becomes a hostile conversation, but today was not that hostile
Because
conversation.
Rick tries to, I think, pick fights a lot. I mean, it happens with he and I all the time, like when we're on the air
Rick
doing the
doesn't
shows.
like you.
I know that.
Right. So I think Larry
That adds to the hostility.
You know who he does like, though?
Who's that?
Because everybody likes Rich Cimini.
Oh, everybody does.
Rich Cimini, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. Long time no speak. We had
It has been a
bye-week
long
break.
time. Anything happening in Jets world that you've heard about this week?
A dull week, just a dull week leading into what should be a dull game on Sunday. Yeah,
Standard
nothing
operating
happening.
procedure, Rich.
Yeah, just trading all pro players across the board. How surprised are you that they'd made 2 trades of this magnitude?
Well, let me say this. The Gardner trade, that was the most stunning trade that I've covered in 37 years of covering the Jets. Now, yeah, I mean, that one came out of nowhere. I mean, was it the biggest trade? No, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, but in terms of shock value, because of who he is and his credentials and, he's young, that was absolute stunner. I was floored. I was actually standing outside the church. I went to Nick Mangle's funeral, and I was standing outside the church afterwards, mingling with some of the former players when I saw it on my phone, and I went up to Darrelle Revis, and I said, they just traded Sauce. And he was just in total shock. He goes, no, they didn't. You're joking. And I think that's probably the reaction for Jet fans across the country. The Williams thing, you knew there was talks, there were rumblings. You knew that situation was going to come to a head either now or in the off season, and so it obviously did now. So it was a day for the ages on Tuesday.
Now, I was there yesterday, and obviously Wednesday was the first chance to get the thoughts of the room after all those moves were made. But at least from what I was able to gather, just talking to some guys yesterday, Rich, it just seemed like everything was kind of like, well, another day in the NFL, and the dust is kind of settled here, and now it's, all right, whoever's here, we're going to try to win football games the rest of the season. Like, the shock value is now worn off completely.
Yeah, I saw you work in the room, Dan. I did not. I mean, yeah, I got some of that, but I didn't get that from everyone. I mean, I think players were. I think for first of all, I think they felt good for Quinnen Williams that he got out, and I mean, I think they were happy for him, maybe even envious in a sense that he got his wish. I mean, he wanted out. He just wanted to change of scenery. 7 years of losing, not one winning season. So I think Quinnen got his wish, but I think definitely shock value from talking to players the last 2 days. I think guys a little confused about the direction of the team. I think for sure I got some of that from talking to players. I mean, you're basically cashing in this season. I mean, that's pretty obvious. And it'll be very, very interesting to see how they respond on Sunday, because I got the sense from talking to a bunch of guys that there was just some confusion and questions about where they're going, and I want to see how that manifests itself on the field.
How close were they, or not at all, to trading Breece Hall and Jermaine Johnson and Quincy Williams? Like, was this closer to more moves, or was this what it was going to be?
Well, Quincy, before Dallas made the trade for Logan Wilson from Cincinnati, they were talking to the Jets. There was actually rumblings about a Quincy Quinnen package going together to Dallas, which would have been very interesting, of course. But I think by Monday, once the Cowboys made the trade from the linebacker from Cincinnati, that became off the table. And so Quincy, as I'm sure you guys know, he's been demoted. He didn't get traded, but in a sense, he probably should have been traded because he's going to the bench. And I don't think he was too thrilled about that. And the Breece Hall situation was very interesting. I mean, there were some reports out of Kansas City that the Chiefs had offered a 4. I get from the Jets that wasn't true. There were definitely talks going on, whether there was an offer or not. I don't know. Sometimes you get into a semantics situation. And Jermaine Johnson, definitely, there were talks going on. I think San Francisco was interested. There were rumors that even Chicago, the Jets had a pretty high asking price. And they had a high asking price on all these guys, by the way. I mean, to get a 2 and a 1 for Quinnen Williams was a good value, I thought, and to get 2 1s for Sauce Gardner, plus the receiver, was a good value there. So the Jets, this was not a fire sale where they were just getting rid of pieces for the sake of getting rid of them. I mean, they did get good value, and I think they wanted good value for Jermaine and Brees and didn't get it.
Talking with Rich Cimini here on ESPN New York. It appears, without them coming out and saying it, and I know Aaron Glenn's going to talk in a few hours here, but Justin Fields met the media like the starting quarterback does each and every week in the locker rooms. I mean, he has to be the guy Sunday, Rich, right?
Yeah, I would expect him to start on Sunday. Obviously played really well in the last game, probably his best game against Cincinnati. Given all this stuff that was swirling around him, I thought he played a very poised game, and, good for him. I mean, you get called out by the owner and you go out and you play with your best game. That's something that, certainly I know his teammates felt great for him after that game. So I would expect him to start. Now, Aaron Glenn will probably continue the charade until Sunday. I'm not sure what his motivation. I get it. The first time before the Cincinnati game, you got the injury with Tyrod. You want to keep the other team in the dark a little bit. It's like, okay, I get that. Tyrod's healthy. He's been practicing fully all week, and so this is not an injury-based decision. My theory is that he had been leaning toward Tyrod before the Cincinnati game, and maybe out of deference to Tyrod, out of respect for him, that was a game I think he was going to start. And now I think maybe Glenn just doesn't want to make such a quick move to Fields after, basically almost anointing Tyrod. So just out of respect and whatever. I mean, that's the only thing I could see. But I don't think he'll announce it today. I'd be surprised if he did. So, but I totally expect Justin Fields to be under center.
It's wild to me that he's doing this, but that's a conversation for a different day. Everyone
Right.
says they're going to be patient. Oh, we're going to be patient. There's time. Glenn, Muji, no rush when they decide to get the quarterback. Can the Jets, in your mind, wait till 2027 to that draft to get the quarterback, or do they need to add, whether it's trade or draft or whatever, do they need to add that quarterback this offseason?
I think it would be hard to wait. I mean, I know the draft experts are calling the 27 class could be like an all-timer, but what do you do can you sell a bridge quarterback for another year? Whether it's Justin Fields or you're bringing in like a mid-level veteran for a year to hold a place until 27. That's a tough sell. I mean, look, if these guys go out and have another 2 or 3 win season next year, they might not be around at 27. Right. So you have to. I think they'll do something this offseason to address the quarterback. Clearly, they're going to have a very high draft pick, whether it's 1, 2, or 3. And if say they win a couple of games and they're picking 5th or 6th, well, now they have the ammo to get up to 1 or 2 because of all these this draft capital that they have. Now, the trick is identifying the guy because, there's some good quarterback prospects this year, and we know the names, but there's no great one. There's no blue chip guy where you say, got to have that guy. So it's going to be a very, Muji and his scouting department will be, and I know they're already hard at work on quarterbacks. I mean, I know they're doing a lot of stuff on quarterbacks. And so, identifying that guy, and also if a veteran shakes, what if a veteran gets put on the trading block? They have the ammo to go get a guy like that too. So I do think it'll be addressed this offseason.
I'm good. I'm good to go. Absolutely.
Right,
that's it. I mean, the one of the historic weeks in Jets history.
He's got nothing more.
Rich, you know what it is? Rich,
I got something to say. I have something to say.
Good.
You're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. Did you think of something more to ask?
I was going to say, we just have to brace ourselves for the incredible football we're going to see on Sunday. In the rain, 2 Titans going at it, Rich. I mean, buckle up, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. I don't think any of the I think maybe 1 or 2 questions to all the people that I've heard about the Browns this week in the locker room and in the interview room. The game is secondary this week, and really that's kind of what it's going to be like the rest of the year. I mean, the games are kind of secondary, with your record, the playoffs obviously out of the question. It's watching the young players now. I mean, this defense that you will see on Sunday, you'll see Az Thomas starting, Malachi Moore. You're going to see Kiko Malgoa starting for Quincy Williams. So it is going to be I don't even know who's going to start for Quinnen Williams, probably Jawan Briggs, probably in the middle. I mean, so this is going to be a defense that fans did not have on their bingo card when they were coming into the year. And offensively, you look, Garrett Wilson will be back, so that's good to see. And Justin Fields, can he continue to develop? So there are some questions. I mean, they're big picture questions. They're not game related, but it's funny how the Jets, they opened as a 2.5-point favorite, and then after the 2 trades, they now, a 2.5-point underdog? So,
yeah. So, all right, let's close it out with this.
Worth 5 points.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that they deem it to be like that in Vegas. Let's close it out with this. Do the Jets get their second win 2 in a row on Sunday?
I'd be lying if I said I've spent a lot of time studying the game this week. I mean, but obviously other things going on, other trade stuff. But I don't. This is a toss-up to me. I mean, the Browns have lost 12 straight on the road. Their offense is well. Here's the key question of the game. All right, they're facing Dylan Gabriel, rookie quarterback, obviously struggling a lot. Can the Jets intercept him? The Jets have not recorded an interception this year. 8 straight games without an interception. It is historic. I think the record to start a season is 10 straight games. So if you can't pick off Dylan Gabriel, who are you going to pick off? To me, that's the burning question on Sunday.
And he might, suffer from the same syndrome as Tua does, apparently, where, Tua basically came out and said, I'm not tall enough to see Jalen Waddle. Dylan Gabriel's, I think, 5'11". Maybe he gets one tipped at the line, Rich, and it flies into the air that lands into the arms of a Jet defender. I mean, something's got to give. That could be the hot pick this week. The Jets intercept the pass.
Yeah, that's nuts. Look, this is going to be a low-scoring game. The Jets, although the Jets' offense had their best game in ages against Cincinnati, but it was against Cincinnati, one of the worst defenses I've seen. The Browns. Look, they got to block Myles Garrett. We know what he can do. He had 5 sacks in the last game. I think the record for most sacks in a 2-game span is 8. What do we think? Can he get 3 against the Jets? I mean, the Jets' offensive line's playing well now, so that's going to be interesting. But I see just a really low-scoring game on a dark, dismal day at the stadium. But I think one good thing, I think they have a lot of tribute stuff planned for Nick Mangold, which will be awesome, and I think that'll definitely make an emotional backdrop to the whole day, and so that'll be cool.
Yeah, anybody going to the game, getting your seats early. It's going to be a few minutes before kickoff, so getting your seats early for the stuff for Nick.
Well, that is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, as bad as all this is, the fact that they can honor one of the great players in franchise history is really a cool thing. Rich, we got to run, but thank you, and keep up the great work, man. Because I got to be honest, 37 years, I don't know how you do this.
Well, you do it because of days like Tuesday that just I spent 7 hours in a Dunkin' Donuts writing my stories on Tuesday because I had nowhere to go after the funeral. So I went right to the Dunkin' Donuts down the street, and I spent 7 hours and drank a lot of coffee, and that's how you work sometimes in this business. But
Rich,
keeps it interesting.
So, Rich, 7 hours at a Dunkin' Donuts. Seriously, what are we consuming? How many donuts?
How many calories
muffins,
do you think you
coffee?
had?
So what did you have over this? Like a croissant sandwich? Like, what did we do for 7 hours?
I had one of those chicken Caesar wraps. That was like my lunch / dinner. A couple of drinks, couple of coffees, and then had a chocolate glazed donut to go, which is about 7:30. I needed some sugar to keep me awake for the drive home. But yeah,
were they looking at you with like a side eye, saying like, "What, sir? You've been here for 7 hours. Like you have to go."
No, they were very polite. The Madison, New Jersey Dunkin' Donuts was great. I did my Zoom. We did the Zoom call with Muji around about 6 o'clock.
That's where you were. You were at the Dunkin' Donuts because I was on the Zoom and I'm like, "Where is Rich?" And he was at Dunkin' Donuts. That's awesome. Nice.
I was at the Dunkin' Donuts, and I think at one point, a guy, like a weird looking guy, walked behind me. That may have. I don't know what his deal was, but I think he got on the Zoom. I mean, he'll never know that he was actually on a Jet Zoom call, with the media press conference with the GM. But yeah, I did my Zoom right from the table right next to the hallway in the Dunkin' Donuts in Madison.
It's exciting.
The glamorous life of a sports writer. Yeah,
that is a good Dunkin' Donuts. So
all right, for God's sakes, now can we say goodbye to Rich?
Bye, Rich.
Bye, Rich. Thank
all right,
you.
guys. We'll take care.
We'll talk to you. That is Rich Cimini. You're trying to make a co-host of the show now.
Well, to be fair, right? If he's going to be there 7 hours, I mean, he ordered a lot of food. He ordered drinks, so it's not like he was loitering, and so they can't say, like, sir, you have to leave.
He wasn't loitering. By the way, that was the Raanan and Cimini report brought to you by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. But they must have, like, a formula of how much they expect each person to spend on, like, an hourly basis, and there's no way in the 7 hours he's spending the amount of money that they would anticipate.
A Dunkin'. Well, you would know this. You used to manage
I manage a Dunkin' Donuts, yeah.
So, I mean, there's a
ratio
Dunkin'
of,
Donuts
like, listen,
formula.
for every time someone walks in the store, we expect this amount of money, and for them to spend an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 7 hours. I'm not kidding with you. There is no way that in my time, I managed Dunkin' Donuts for, like, 4 years, 3 years, worked there for maybe 4 or 5 years. There is no way that anyone ever spent 7 hours in the store.
But I will say, and you know this, Dunkin' Donuts come in all different shapes and sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if there was one in particular that you were going to spend 7 hours in, like that one that he was at, I know it very well. Like, that's a very, very good one to kind of camp out in. If you know, the one in Penn Station, you're not making 7 hours out of, unless you're homeless, right?
Yes, that's unfortunately true. RJ?
Hi.
RJ.
Hi.
There you are.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's good.
This is why Jefferson he might be on the Mount Rushmore of YouTube advisors. He might be leading the pack right now.
He's a YTA.
He sent me Dylan Gabriel currently minus 102 to throw an interception on FanDuel.
I think, you know what? I think it might happen.
So, all right,
this is the week.
You should
this
hammer
is the
that.
week. You know, ball security, it's going to be wet. He's diminutive.
I appreciate Rich putting it out there. If you're not going to intercept Dylan Gabriel, who are you going to intercept?
So they don't have an interception on the year?
They have, Dave, they have one takeaway.
They have one takeaway. It was in London, wasn't
in
it?
London. They don't have a takeaway.
They don't have
in
an
North
American
America.
takeaway.
No, they don't.
An American takeaway.
Jarvis Brownlee, forced fumble.
Yeah, one of the last times Dan was here, we played who's the better American. We're gonna have to play who's the better American takeaway when it happens versus the international takeaway.
Well, you're not lying, Dan. That is a nice Dunkin'. That
oh, for God's sake!
The Madison Dunkin'. It's tremendous.
Did you look it up, Ray?
I did.
I passed it yesterday.
It's gorgeous, huh?
Oh no, it's got big windows. It's almost like on a slight little mount. It's just like you think you're going into someplace palatial.
You'd move into this Dunkin' Donuts if that was
Dunkin'.
allowed.
Look, I know that they have changed over time, but and remember back in the day, like you would always like pinpoint certain ones where they would bake on the premises.
Yes.
So you know, like you could walk in and you're getting something fresh.
Yeah, you smell the aroma of the donut.
This is one of them that has almost like that old school feel to it, to where like, okay, I think I know what
the
I'm
old
getting.
time to make the donuts
Yes.
feel to it.
Fred, time to make the donuts.
RJ.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. You're going to take us around the league?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's time to go around the league.
I got to tell you, too, Dan Graca, the great guy that he is, when we worked Jets together.
He would bring donuts in a lot?
Donuts, Dunkin' Donuts coffee with those little...
The box of Joes.
Yeah, the boxes.
Well, I mean, we did. I mean, I don't want to sit there and take credit for it. There was an act of selfishness in there, too, because I wanted coffee, because we were basically like left to fend for ourselves.
No, but that's no. You're a good guy for doing that. Because you could easily have just gotten for yourself and not thought about anybody else.
Well, but we were there for 7-8 hours. We were like Rich Cimini.
Doesn't matter. There are people that would just bring in a giant coffee and a thermos for themselves so they could consume it during the day, and you're not that guy.
When it comes to the food and beverage business, dare I say, I mean, maybe some people are tied. Dan Graca right up there was as generous as it comes.
Really?
Yeah, I will say that.
You seem surprised by that.
No.
Like I'm a mean-spirited Scrooge.
I bring Ray
There was, right?
every
Ray?
morning.
Yeah.
He brings the butter. It's been very buttered lately, the roll lately.
Too buttery, Ray?
Man,
That's why you go. That's why you go nothing on it, because they ruin it for you.
Dave, you're right up there as well.
No, you didn't have me there. You put Graca there.
You did go above and beyond yesterday when we went diner hopping there and found the delicious bacon, egg, and cheese.
Listen,
so I thank you for that.
You go through some of these Jet seasons like we did together. That's a brotherhood right there. You got to get through those days.
You're right. That's like remembering the time you were in war together.
Yeah, I mean those are like you said. What?
When did you serve?
8-hour days, RJ? Right, like 8 hours. Those are long days.
15 to 23. Really?
That's close for me. I was 13 to 20.
Yeah. When were you enlisted? 13 to 20. How'd you get out? I just couldn't take it anymore.
I only had 3 years at the time.
You did the Jets?
I did the Jets. It was me and Gunling.
Did you ever see the playoffs?
Actually, it was the 2 years they made the AFC
Wow,
Championship.
Really?
So
Yeah.
they need you back.
Ray, you want to come
That's
sit
what
in
he
for a
needs.
few
He
weeks?
needs more of a job.
NFL heads to Germany Sunday morning, 9:30. Colts and Falcons. The first Sauce Gardner is a Colt sighting. The Atlanta defense on the other side been pretty good this season under Jeff Ulbrich, allowing the fourth fewest yards per game, but they have been vulnerable on the ground. Not a great matchup to play Jonathan Taylor in that situation. Colts favored by 6.5 on a neutral site.
Can I tell you about potential real growth that I'm experiencing right now?
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Real growth.
You want to rephrase that one there, Bob?
No, I don't. I meant it, and I'll say it again.
Mhm.
Okay? Don't take the role of Rick so seriously. And that is, Alex has a lacrosse tournament on Sunday morning.
You're going to go.
I think I'm going to go
Wow.
and not watch the 9:30 game.
So
That's
I thought you
aggressive.
were going to say like his tournament was in Germany.
That's aggressive.
Yes, Alex has a lacrosse tournament in Germany this weekend. So I think I'm going to bypass the lacrosse tournament and take in the Colts and the
So
Falcons.
what's your plan, though, to totally black out and catch up when it's done, or you're out on
No,
this game?
no, I think I'll
You're just out.
have my phone at the field, watch at the field. And so he has 3 games, 8:50, 10:30, 12. I
How
think
much
my
for
goal
load
is
management?
I'm going to get there for the 8:50, watch that, consume the 10:30 as well, and then right after the 10:30, rush on home to be home for the 1 o'clock games. I'm anticipating I'll watch as best I can at the field, and then I'll pop it on in the car on the way home. But that's pretty impressive that I'm willing to do that, no?
So if he's got a game next week, you have
Same thing.
Washington, Miami from Madrid.
That I would feel not any compunction in missing.
So you got 2 in a row. You just could care less.
Well, no, I'd like to watch this guy. I think this is a good game. Indianapolis is, off of a turnover-prone game against the Steelers, but I think they get back on track. Falcons they're kind of snake-bitten because they're 3-5, right? But it feels like they're better than that. They came all the way back. They lost by a point on a missed field goal from Parker Romo last week.
Well, when you get shellacked at home by the Dolphins, you're dead to me. Like you're in the fraud category.
But you can't look at Atlanta and say that's a bad football team.
It's not a bad team, but again, if you get shellacked at home, and I understand Cousins played, but still, it's.
But they didn't have Drake London. They didn't have Michael Penix.
Dude,
you're right. They got beaten up.
Shellacked.
They got beaten
Yeah,
up. You're right about it. That being said, I think Indianapolis finds a way to get the win over in Germany.
Sunday, 1 o'clock, Ravens visit the Vikings. Minnesota, of course, off that big win against the Lions. Lamar Jackson, obviously, back in the fold for Baltimore. Lamar, 24-3 career against the NFC, but Vikings have a little bit of an equilibrium balance here in that their defensive coordinator, Brian Flores, coached against Lamar a couple of times when he was with the Dolphins. Mark Andrews, I should tell you, needs 18 yards to pass Derek Mason, there's a name, as the all-time leading receiver in yards for the Baltimore Ravens.
Really?
Who are favored in this game by 4.5.
Yeah, I was surprised by that spread. I mean, the Ravens have played really poor football, and then they did get the win last time out. And they have extended time, right? I think they played on a Thursday. But I didn't think Lamar looked great in that game. He got better as the game went along, but I didn't think he looked highly athletic in that game. Like the hamstring was still giving him some trouble. Minnesota had a massive win last week. They're in the thick of things right now. So I was surprised the spread was as big as 4.5, Dan. That being said, I think the Ravens win, but I think we're looking at a highly contested game. And I was very impressed with J.J. McCarthy last week. I mean, I had been unimpressed with the 2 games he'd played so far, but I thought he played very well last week, came up with big plays at big moments, and that's a big-time win to win in Detroit for the Vikings.
No, it really was. And, the thing about Baltimore is it's not just Lamar. The rest of their team has now just gotten, exponentially healthier. So it's like you look at them now compared to where they were a month ago. It's like night and day, night and day. And that's why that team, I'm telling you, that's going to be the team in the AFC you don't want to play. They're going to sneak in. They might even win the division.
I've said it forever that they're going to win the division. They're 2 games out and they haven't played the Steelers yet.
And look at their schedule.
Yep.
It's very soft.
They're playing Ferris State, teams like
very
that.
Soft. That's where Trinidad Chambliss went to school.
Yeah.
Joe Judge.
How about the fact we didn't spend
up.
enough time on the fact that I knew that, by the way.
I think it was a shot. It was just you threw a
I knew it was
D2
I knew he won the Division II National Championship. I wasn't sure Ferris State.
You could have won
Ferris
Blinn.
State.
Maybe Joe Judge ascends to head coach after Lane leaves.
Where would Lane go?
I think.
Well, he almost went to LSU, or he was in the rumor for LSU.
You think LSU?
That's it.
All right.
That's what
Continue, RJ.
Good game in Tampa for the Bucs off their bye, hosting the Patriots, who are leading the AFC East. New England has not allowed an opposing running back to reach 50 yards this season. They are the only team to do so through the first 9 games of a season, going all the way back to 1950.
By the way, sincerely, great stat. Good job by you.
Thank you. Bucky Irving's stat is still up in the air for this game, so whether it will be he, Rashad White, someone who will try to break that streak. The number for this game, Tampa favored by 2.5.
So Tampa off the bye. New England, I still think there are some reservations around NFL circles. Is New England legitimate? I think this is a great litmus test, and I would go with the Bucs, but this, to me, is certainly one of the better games of Week 10.
And what does New England have? They got a quarterback.
They have the quarterback.
They got a quarterback. And look, I don't know if that was the end-all, be-all as to why Vrabel took the job. Obviously, he has ties there, but when you're sitting there picking and choosing and you had options, he went someplace where they had a quarterback.
When you have the quarterback, you're a much more attractive franchise than if you don't have the quarterback.
Another team that does have the quarterback, that would be the Bills. The Buffalo Bills, as some would say. They visit the Dolphins. So get this. With that quarterback, in 15 games, Josh Allen, starter against the Miami Dolphins. The Bills have averaged 32 points per game. That is the 5th highest mark by a starting quarterback against any given opponent in the Super Bowl era. Tua has already thrown 11 picks this year. Buffalo by 8.5.
My only concern about this one would be a letdown, right? They had that massive win that they seemingly have every year. Kansas City, regular season. Everybody watched it, very excited. Allen was great. Defense played at a very high level. They'll win this game. I'd be stunned if they didn't win. Do they cover the numbers, the question? Is there any kind of a letdown off of the win last week?
Buffalo's won 7 straight in Miami.
Well, they're just way better than Miami.
Ooh. Jags visit the Texans in Houston. 1.5-point favorites are the Jags. That number flipped after it was announced that C.J. Stroud will not play because of that concussion he suffered last week. That means you get Davis Mills as starting quarterback, who has a record of 5-19-1 as a starting quarterback. Jags, one of 3 teams with a negative point differential, but a winning record. And the Panthers and Bears are the other ones.
This is I don't understand the spread on this game at all. I mean, Davis Mills is not good. The spread only flipped 3 points when Stroud was announced that he was out. Usually quarterbacks are worth more than that. I would have really liked Houston had Stroud been playing. He's not. I couldn't take the Texans. I just couldn't, which means that maybe you should take the Texans, but I can't figure this game out. Jaguars somehow are sitting here at 5-3, so they're really competing for that AFC South, and with no Stroud, I think they win this game, but I don't know. This is a very confusing game to me.
No, Houston would have beat Denver last week if Stroud didn't get knocked out of the
And
game.
I picked that game, and I felt great about it watching the early results, and then he got hurt, and I was like, oh, God.
And by the way, and I understand, like, this is, it's the oldest kind of trick in the book, and it's what you're supposed to do. But if you caught D'Amico Ryans after the game last week, kind of chastising the hit on C.J. Stroud, but meantime, remember his linebacker, who's been kind of like a cheap shot artist for much of his career, and then he, defended his own guy last year.
Azeez Al-Shaair.
Al-Shaair, right. And then he's going to sit there and kill this guy who hit Stroud.
Of course. That's what any coach at any team at any level is going to do.
That's what you do.
Why are you laughing when I said I took that game and I was upset by it?
Me?
Who's laughing?
I heard you laughing.
Well, you said, oh, God. God couldn't help it, unfortunately, there.
Thanks, RJ.
Saints are 1-8. Don't have to spend a lot of time here. They visit the Panthers in Carolina. Bryce Young and the Panthers 5.5-point favorites. Rico Dowdle has been a monster in the last month or so. Saints just trade away Rashid Shaheed, and they've turned things over to Tyler Shuck. Panthers in the playoff mix again. They are favored by 5.5 here.
Yeah, Panthers should win. I'm surprised the spread is only 5.5 in this game, to be honest with you. And I who was it saying? Well, it might have been Mel with us the other day. It's like, if you're the Saints and you wind up with the number 1 pick, do you take the quarterback or do you stay with Tyler Shuck? No, of course you take the quarterback. Of course you take the quarterback.
100%. I mean, This is like getting it's to like Josh Rosen territory.
Ooh. Sunday, 4 o'clock. Josh Rosen, originally drafted by
Cardinals.
Yeah, those same Cardinals. They put Kyler Murray.
How about the Cardinals?
Speaking of a Rosen situation,
they put Kyler Murray on injured reserve with that foot injury. AKA seems like a benching to me, but because he's been out for the last month, so he can work on his rehab. He's on IR. What's he been doing the last month? But anyway, he's going to miss another 4 games. Cardinals offense belongs to Jacoby Brissett now, at least for the next 4 weeks, and that's a good thing for the Cardinals. So they've averaged over 300 yards of total offense with Brissett and 25 points per game in his 3 starts. Seattle, meanwhile, Davis said this, sleeper candidate for the best team in the NFC. Sam Darnold playing about as strong a quarterback position right now as you can. Seattle by 6.5.
Seattle, like I've told you, might be the best team in not only the NFC, in the NFL. Ooh. Their secondary is good. Their offense is terrific. They added Shaheed. He already said he wants to remain there and re-sign and extend his deal. I think their coach is really good. Sam Darnold, that's the only question, is not Sam Darnold this week. Sam Darnold when you get to the postseason or you get to the really important nitty-gritty of the season. But, I mean, Seattle, Njigba is awesome. He's phenomenal.
You said his name right.
I know, for once. I won't do that often. I think the Cardinals, if you look at the games they've lost, they're 3-5. They could easily be sitting here at 5-3. That's not a bad football team. I think this is a competitive football game, but yeah, I stand by it. I think Seattle might be the best team in football right now.
Well, the Arizona loss they had to the Titans was the worst of them all. I mean, Tennessee would still be winless if not for that. The fluky circumstances that happened in that
You could
fourth quarter.
replay that 1,000 times and they wouldn't win that game.
And by the way, we talked a lot already on the show today about the Jets possibly getting a veteran quarterback, a guy who's on another team. I think one guy who will be available, and I would not touch him with a 10-foot pole, is our friend in Arizona.
Kyler?
Yep.
I agree with you.
Bart has been big on that one.
The guy that they should have gotten involved with would have been Brissett.
As a bridge.
Yes.
So the reason I would push back on your sleeper candidate for the Seahawks as the best team maybe in the NFC would be the LA Rams. They take on the Niners. That game in Santa Clara. So when these teams played in Week 5, you remember San Francisco won on a field goal in overtime.
I was furious because they fumbled at the 1.
Oh, that was the Thursday nighter, right?
A Thursday night. Kyron Williams fumbled at the 1,
Great
and then they went
punch
for it on 4th and 1, and they didn't get it. It was awful.
No, it's as good as it gets.
Did you see the punch out last week? Bobby O'Carroll gave a Cordell Flott, his own teammate.
Knocked right in. Oh, boy. Yeah.
I'm glad this is so giggly for you.
None of it's as funny as Nacho when he celebrated a tackle 5 yards down.
Kick you in the groin.
So according to ESPN research, which you can trust, 8th game, including the playoffs between Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, decided by 3 points or fewer, was that game in Week 5. Tied for the third most of any NFL coaching matchup ever. Rams favored by 4.5.
I mean, a man celebrated that 5 yards down the field. Great. I'm glad that's so giggly for you guys. Yeah, listen, Rams, you're right. I mean, Seahawks maybe, Rams possibly, Eagles will be up there as well. I think the Lions and Packers have fallen off that mantle. I give Kyle Shanahan a lot of credit. By the way, they showed his dad at the game last night.
Yeah.
If you would have said to me, the way I'm always within a year of a person's age, how old is Mike Shanahan? I would have thought like 82. He's only 73.
Well, because he stopped coloring his hair. That's all.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I would have been way off base.
Well, you were talking about like Sean Payton earlier and like how he looks these days. Like he's a guy. I remember him as having the boyish looks and the visor and everything. Bill Parcells once called him Dennis the Menace. You look at him now. It's been maybe 20 some odd years, but he is another guy that. This stuff ages you, man.
I remember when
it takes a toll.
I remember when Sean Payton ran an offense that used to score points on teams like the Raiders.
I remember this.
Anyhow, Shanahan, Kyle, the son, is just phenomenal. But how many weeks can you go to battle with so shorthanded and keep winning? I would think this would be the week that the clock strikes midnight, but I don't know, man. If I wouldn't put it past anybody, it would be this Niners team.
Well, and plus the Shanahan-McVay, right? I mean, he owns them.
He does own them.
Lions and Commanders. Commanders have allowed a combined 66 points the last 2 games. Tough to win that way. So Detroit coming off a loss, maybe not the best team for them to play at this point. They're going to have no Jaden Daniels. And the Commanders have 3 straight losses by 20-plus points. Detroit this number's come down, 7.5.
That's not a bad spread. Mariota obviously gets the start. He's not Jaden Daniels, but he's very serviceable. The thing about them is, I mean, this whole Terry McLaurin thing, they handle it like the Cowboys handle somebody that is going to get paid at some point. They played this game with him. He's had an awful year. He's been banged up all year long. Washington looked like they quit in that game on Sunday night. They were non-competitive. Detroit needs to win. They'll probably get the win. Washington is done. They are done. Their season is completely over. They're back to being the Washington that we know and that we love, and I would imagine Detroit finds their way to a win this week.
I got to be honest with you. For probably one of the few times, maybe the only time, watching the Commanders this year, you would have thought when they glanced up to the owner's box, you would expect to see Dan Snyder there.
I would have loved to see Dan Snyder.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of performance it was. And Jaden Daniels should not have been in that game. I don't care how many different ways you want to slice it.
You're Dan Quinn. How do you look at yourself in the mirror on Monday morning?
Well, he fessed up the next day. When he met the media the next day, he's like, you know what? That's on me. I screwed up.
Completely on him.
But
disgusting.
Washington's one of those case studies where everything rolled out the way it should have for them last year. They made it to the conference championship game, but I had my doubts about them coming into the year. They're an older team.
Yep.
Even
I think they're the oldest team in the league.
That's
right?
what I mean. And then the guys they brought in, they have name recognition, but they got a few miles on them, and the quarterback got hurt, and it just hasn't worked out for him this year.
Has not. Sunday Night Football, Steelers travel west to play the Chargers. LA's been just derailed by injuries. They're down to their 4th and 5th string running backs, backup left tackles, backups all over the place. Steelers get a little boost. They get a full week of work from Jalen Ramsey and Kyle Duggar, who are their new safety combination. Chargers favored by 2.5.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine that it's going to be much like the Meadowlands last week, where the opposition is going to have a lot of fans there.
Oh.
Right? Pittsburgh travels well. LA has almost no home field advantage, so I think it would be pro-Pittsburgh there. I kind of, at first glance, liked the Chargers in this game, but I don't think I can pick them just because they're so banged up along that offensive line. Both your starting tackles, who are elite, are out. Herbert is excellent, but I don't know. Steelers always find a way. I'd probably lean Steelers now, but I will avoid that game.
They traded for Trevor Penning just to get a warm body on that line, and he's not Joe Alt or Slater. We know that. But, you look at the Chargers' record. They're 6-3. And I think anybody, especially a football fan in this town, would cut our arm off to be 6-3 at this point, right?
Of
but
course.
then you look at some of the performances they've had. It's like Washington went in there and destroyed them. The Colts went in there and destroyed them. They lost to the Giants. And you're thinking to yourself, man, but yet they're 6-3.
Yep. Sure are. Monday Night Football, it's a good one on ESPN. Eagles and the Packers. This game in Green Bay. Eagles just traded for Jalen Phillips, give that pass rush a little boost. They also get the potential return of Nolan Smith Jr., and they get Brandon Graham, who just recently came out of retirement. Eagles only have 3 turnovers all season. That's the fewest in the NFL. Green Bay, however, favored by, this has come down as well, 1.5 in this
Right.
game.
Was 3 yesterday, then came down to 2.5 yesterday. Now it's 1.5. And I think I saw this after the bye under Nick Sirianni. The Eagles are 4-0. I won't take them just because I can't, but I would lean Eagles in this game. The Packers, Dan, to me, are very strange because they should be so much better than they are. And even some of their wins this year are very uninspiring. Their offense is kind of flat and stagnant, and I don't know. I know they still have one of the better records in the NFC. At the moment, I don't look at them as one of the better teams in the NFC.
The 2 losses they've had this year, both by a field goal, to the Browns and the Panthers. And like I said, Carolina...
And their tie was to the Cowboys.
I'm shocked Carolina has 5 wins, but they're not a good football team. And if you watch that game last week, Green Bay wore those old uniforms. They played like it was the 1920s. And anybody who maybe has a little bit of doubt as to whether or not Jordan Love is a championship caliber quarterback, watch that game last week, and it's just going to fan the flames even more because he played at times in that game last week, Dave, like he had never played the quarterback position before. Doing just the most nonsensical things, 3rd down, 4th down.
Yeah.
It was just
Brutal.
dude, what are you doing?
Throwing the ball across his body, throwing it to triple coverage.
Yeah.
It reminded me of what Bo Nix did last night.
Thank
Bo
you.
Nix was
Thank
gross
you.
last night.
Yep. Was not great. That is the league we've gone around it. The Bengals, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Titans are on bye.
All right. As always, very well done by RJ. Dan, you ready for a frenzy, my friend?
You live for the frenzy.
You live for the frenzy is right. So, on the phones, 800-919-3776. On the YouTube chat, Raymond monitors that very closely, and he will do so and ask any questions that he deems worthy. And on Twitter, at Rothenberg ESPN. So line them all up, 800-919-3776, the YouTube chat, and at Rothenberg ESPN on Twitter. Frenzy, rapid fire style. Next, DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on those roads today on a Football Friday and bring in Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan, on this Football Friday. Hey, Dan, don't lie down in traffic. We've got enough issues on the roads already. Watch for delays at the Verrazano Bridge, upper level into Staten Island. Accident blocking 2 lanes. We're seeing delays right now on the inbound George Washington Bridge of 30 minutes. Lincoln 15, Holland 10. Watch for delays on the Sawmill North, closed at Vanvale Road and Pleasantville. Truck into the overpass. Traffic is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out. To help their family put food on the table, you can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
FanDuel Friday is turning it up with NBA Happy Hour every Friday from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. FanDuel is dropping limited time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. This isn't just another promo, it's your weekly pregame. NBA Happy Hour every Friday, 6 to 7:30 Eastern. FanDuel is dropping limited time specials to get you in the zone. Boosts, bonuses, surprises, all designed to bring that Friday energy. Only on FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Visit FanDuel.com/Peter to grab your reward before the clock expires. 21 or over and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Rewards are non-withdrawable. Restrictions apply, including bonus and token expiration. Leg requirements and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with the gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command. I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Nicht schuldig.
Order! Nuremberg, now playing only in theaters.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
It's time for a frenzy. A football frenzy.
You could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough. It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
A football frenzy. Any team, any player, any question.
We go rapid fire style, get to as many questions as we can. Dan, you ready to roll here? He's not ready to roll. Oh, that's terrific. He will be ready to roll in just a moment.
I'm ready to roll.
All right, that's good to know. All right, so let's start with Tommy MC. His first question, can someone please explain to me how Shane Bowen still has a job? Does Daboll realize the guy is killing any slim shot he has to somehow keep his job? If you're Brian Daboll and it just continues to fall off a cliff and you have to be of the mindset that you're probably not going to keep your job, wouldn't it make sense to move on from Shane Bowen to try any last-ditch effort that they would respect and play better for a different DC?
I think that would have happened already.
Yeah.
I think it would have happened already because, remember, they used that card once upon a time with Wink, right? You know, they went back and forth taking play.
Well, Wink hated Daboll.
Well,
was the issue, though.
But they still moved. I mean, look, if you're a head coach, you get to bag one of your coordinators at least. Like, that's one of the bullets you get to play. The GM's bullet is he gets to fire the coach to keep his job. I don't think anything is beyond saving right now for the Giants, at least as far as his coaching staff is concerned.
I think most people would hear that, and it would be music to their ears. Let's go to Mike in Sayreville. Mike, you're on The Frenzy.
Survivor pick question. Bears, Panthers, or Seahawks?
Well, I think the Panthers are playing the worst team. I don't think the Bears are great. I think the Seahawks win. I think all three probably win. I took the Broncos last night, so I'm home free already. Of those three, I personally would go with Carolina. Who would you go with?
Carolina, Chicago, and what was the third one?
Seattle, home against Arizona.
It's more an anti. I think you then go into the opponent. I think the anti-New Orleans sentiment has got to be the strongest.
Right. I mean, clearly Carolina's not the best team, but Carolina is playing, I think, in my mind, clearly the worst team.
I keep, like I said, lifting my leg on the Panthers all year. And all right, you're 5-4. You're 5-4. Congratulations. Can I let you in on a little inside locker room real quick? I know this was disrupting your frenzy, but how about a player who should go nameless?
Okay.
Yesterday, in suggesting who might be a potential quarterback option down the road for the Jets.
Derek Carr.
Threw out Bryce Young's name. I'm like, huh?
I mean, there's a good chance they could be 6-4.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
by the way,
yeah,
are you going to trade 2 1s for Bryce?
No,
Young?
that's my point. Like, they're not. They're 5-4 despite Bryce Young. Like, it's not like he's doing anything.
No.
I mean, there's a better chance he's in the broadcast booth in
Let's
4 or 5 years.
revisit this conversation in the 9 o'clock hour. Let's get back to the frenzy at the moment. Patty Schenectady. Patty, you're next up on the frenzy.
CMT, who belongs in the upper echelon of the NFC, Seattle, Green Bay, or Tampa?
Seattle, Green Bay, or Tampa. Okay, I'm going to marry Seattle. I'm going to cuddle Tampa, but I do worry about their injuries, and I'm going to trash the Packers.
I agree 1,000%.
Okay.
Retweet.
Sean in the truck, you're on the frenzy.
When it's all said and done, who wins the NFC West?
Oh, God, I can't take the Broncos.
He said NFC West, didn't he?
I will take the... Have the Rams played Seattle yet? RJ, you might know that. Have the Rams played Seattle
I don't
yet?
think they've played each other. Hang on.
I don't think so either. I'll look it up for you.
No, they haven't.
They play next week.
And the Rams lost to the Niners and played them again this week. I'm going to say Seattle. I'm going to marry Seattle. I'm going to cuddle the Rams. I'm going to trash the Niners. What do you think?
I think that's a good one, too. Seattle's undefeated on the road, too.
I know.
That's big.
And they're only getting better, and they're only getting healthier.
But it's so funny, though, because they used to have, like, the home field advantage. And now it's not so daunting anymore.
The best in all of football.
Yeah.
You know how bad their home field advantage is? The Giants beat them there last year. The Giants won 3 games. One of those wins on the road in Seattle. Brian is very sleepy. Brian, you're on the frenzy.
Gun to your head. Who starts for the Jets next year?
I mean, I have absolutely no idea.
You mean at left guard?
No, he's talking about the quarterback.
I think he's on another team.
I would agree with that.
And not a college team, an NFL team.
So you think he's a proven NFL quarterback?
He's an NFL quarterback.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say... So can you give me a name?
I'm still going to stick to that Joe Burrow thing. As crazy as it might sound.
I'm going to go with Mendoza. I'm going to go with Mendoza. Let's go to Darren in Saratoga. Darren, you're on the frenzy.
Two-part question. If the Raiders continue playing the way they do, is Pete Carroll one and done? And if he is, does he end up as the Giants head coach?
I would say no and no. I mean, how can you?
Why would you want him? He's 74.
Right? How can you can't? He's gonna be 75 week 1 next year.
Just call Tom Coughlin back if anything.
You can't. You just can't. You just can't do that. All right, Raymond. You said you have one. By the way, my call screen is frozen.
I will fix that for you.
Jiggle that a little bit would be good.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Lee G asks, will the Jets extend Brees, tag Brees, or let Brees walk? You can CMT that. How about that?
Let him walk, tag him, or extend him.
Correct.
I'm gonna trash. Not keep him. If you do that, you're moronic. I mean, moronic if you didn't trade him and you just let him go. I'm going to cuddle, sign him longer. I'm going to marry you. You tag him. You'd know better than me, though. What do you think?
I would agree that maybe slight chance you flip-flop the cuddle and the marry.
I agree. I was hesitant with that one. People love the CMT. Neil says CMT, Broncos, Colts, Patriots to win the AFC. I would marry the Colts. I would cuddle the Patriots. I would trash the Broncos. I don't like the Broncos. I think they're completely overrated.
God, this is like a 10 years ago world in the AFC with Broncos,
Right?
Colts, and Patriots. Like Manning, Andrew Luck, and Brady.
Yeah, but how about the fact that the Patriots, they did what they did. They moved all the way through it. They won 1 trillion Super Bowls. They stripped it all the way down. They've been through multiple coaches, and they're back to being 7-2 again.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, it's ridiculous. If I was a Jets fan, it would make me want to throw up on myself.
Well, look, I mean, that's the model that you hope the Jets are going to maybe be in 2026. Now, you got to hit on the quarterback, but Jets are going to have a boatload of cap space. New England had a boatload of cap space, and they spent like drunken sailors this offseason.
The problem is it never works for the Jets.
No, rebuilding for the last 57 years.
Right, exactly that. So what's your analysis of that question, by the way?
Broncos, Colts, Patriots.
Yeah.
A CMT. Who's going to win the AFC?
Mm-hmm.
God, Broncos ain't winning no AFC.
No, there's no chance.
Trash them. By virtue of the schedule / division, I'll cuddle. I'm going to cuddle the Patriots and marry the Colts, only because the Colts might have the easiest path, if that makes any sense.
It does.
You know what I mean?
It definitely does.
Because New England's still got to deal with Buffalo at some point.
All right, Dave from New York, I have a question here on the Frenzy. I'd like to pose it to the three of you guys here, and then we'll close out the Frenzy. Who's winning the AFC East?
Ooh.
Start with you, Dan.
New England.
Raymond?
I still say it's Buffalo.
RJ?
A man once said, the Buffalo Bills. And I am that man, and I believe the Buffalo Bills.
That same man also said yesterday, I don't like the Broncos. I love them.
I did love them.
Big day for football.
I did not see a world where they would basically just push the end zone away. It's like, whoa, we're too close. We should go backwards.
Right. They every time they got in field goal range, in scoring range, they went the wrong way.
At one point you said, is he trying to lose the game?
That's what it felt like.
The Bronco defense against the Raider offense was exactly what I expected, and I thought that was enough to win the game and win comfortably. Apparently I was wrong.
Yeah, well, you didn't think the Broncos would put up 10 points. So there you have it. That's the Frenzy. Let's come back. Call still on the line. Want to talk non-Frenzy topics. 1-800-919-3776. You raised an interesting question. We'll get back to that and more next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
For over 100 years, Slomin's has been your trusted partner in comfort. When it comes to home heating oil, we deliver more than just quality fuel. We deliver peace of mind. With price protection, automatic deliveries, 24/7 service, and up to 30 days to pay your invoice. Our dedicated team is just a call away, ensuring you stay warm and comfortable all winter long. Slomin's, New York and New Jersey's largest heating oil provider, proudly serving our community for generations. Give us a call today at 866-GET-HEAT or visit oil.slomins.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
This is an ad by BetterHelp. Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in with those you care about, and to remind ourselves that we're not alone. As seasons change and days grow darker sooner, it can be a tough time for many. This November, BetterHelp's encouraging everyone to reach out, check in on friends, reconnect with loved ones, and remind the people in your life that you're there. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. Short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and our 12-plus years of experience and industry-leading match fulfillment rate means we typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from our tailored recommendations. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown! Yes!
Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Michelle's Moment here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, D and R with you. Graca in for Rick. It's a football Friday. I believe Rick is at a youth hockey tournament that he had to go to last night. And guess what time drop of the puck for game one was this morning for him?
I have no idea.
7 o'clock.
Jeez.
7 o'clock. So even on a
Why
day
do they
off,
do
the
this?
guy's got to be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
What's
Yeah.
7 o'clock?
Hockey's the worst. The youth hockey is the worst because they make the kids play at ungodly hours.
7 o'clock. That
7
and
o'clock.
swimming. Hockey and swimming.
Swimming is big with the early hours?
Yeah, but when I was in high school, like they had a swim team. We had a swim team. And practices were literally before school.
That is
off-site.
Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah, I'm absolutely.
Capable?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I learned it at a very
tread
young
water
age.
at a high level?
What's that?
Can you tread water at a high level?
Absolutely, yeah. I learned to swim when I was like 5 or 6. So I've been at this a long time.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'm not Greg Lougain. Well, no, he's a diver, Greg Lougain. I'm not Mark Spitz, but I've
Mark
never really
Spitz,
swam distance.
Great swimmer.
Yeah.
Michael Phelps, great swimmer. So you're not at that level.
No, because I get bored in the water.
Are you a Katie Ledecky?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm one of those, like, you know, like the kids, like I was never one of those I could stay in the pool in the backyard for like 5 hours. I was never that guy. I get bored easily in the water.
And you prune.
And you prune. A lot of pruning.
Yeah.
But I could swim, yeah. I'm a very good swimmer.
Very good swimmer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice to know. Let's go to Dave and Elizabeth. Dave, he's not in a great way. And Dave, if you need a little support and help, we're here for you. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, fellas. How are you? Hey, man, man. Before I start, I want to say shout out to RJ, shout out to my man Ray, and Jefferson, a.k.a. Savage. Met him in person at the Jake Asman watch party. Dope dude, man. Good guy, good guy.
He's phenomenal. Jefferson feels like is becoming an unheralded piece of the show right now, Dave. I think you're accurate.
Oh, yeah, man. Good guy to hang around, especially with the adult beverages.
And you know what, too? And I hate to say this, but I think I have to, Dave. A ladies' magnet. Like, women swarm to Jefferson.
International magnet.
Yes, that's right.
When we were hanging out at the bar, he was getting looks. So, yeah, Dave, you're on.
And you wouldn't think so, because I think he's of, average appearance, and he's very tall, and he has a strange-looking mustache, but he has that je ne sais quoi where just women are highly attracted to him.
It's probably the lengthiness. Pause.
Yeah.
Dave, before I get into my Jets point, Dave, man, I just want to give you your flowers too. The Giants podcast is pretty dope. I'm not a Giants fan, but you're very knowledgeable, serviceable, and not for nothing. I learned a lot about Theo Johnson watching your podcast. So, very dope.
That. It's very, very.
David,
sweet.
do the other people in the cave that you're in right now like the podcast too? Where are you?
Oh, I'm at my job. I work in a warehouse. Like every time I call you guys or I call any show, it's extravaganza in my background.
And what screams I'm getting real solid work done than calling a sports radio station? But Dave, let's get to the point.
Of course.
Let's get to the point.
Yes, let's do that. Gentlemen, I'm going to the game on Sunday, like I always try to do, and I want to support the organization. But it was really a hurtful week, man. Like we lost two big pieces of the team. Yes, I know Sauce has been getting cooked for a while. He hasn't played that all-pro level. And Quinnen, I'm not going to say he hasn't been as dominant, but like when you lose, like that stink stays on you. And I want what's best for the guys, and I want what's best for the organization, Dan. But it's really hard that he goes up on ticket prices, all the money that I spend, and I'm not getting none of that money back. Who cares? But I just want to watch a productive team on the field. And last but not least, before you guys let me go, it started off as a crumble and rumble with Rodgers. Yeah, get me Macaulay Culkin on the team. Get me Joe Burrow. Make it happen. Or if not, Mendoza. It doesn't matter. Somebody.
Oh, it matters.
No matter what.
It matters. I mean, you have to remedy the quarterback. If I could somehow, thanks for the call, Dave, if I could somehow give you or you could acquire Joe Burrow, that matters way more than Mendoza from Indiana.
Yeah, Mendoza, I watch Mendoza, not that he's, look, I mean, we don't know if he's going to be good in the NFL. He's got this college thing worked out. He's done it at a couple of places. But to me, he looks like Kirk Cousins. And Kirk Cousins is a fine quarterback. Like that's why I see. But are you taking Kirk Cousins with the number one pick in the draft?
Never.
Right.
Never. In fact, if I told you get Kirk Cousins, see, here's the problem. It's such a crapshoot. It's unbelievable. Like you look at the best quarterbacks in the league. Some of them go 1, some of them go in the 4th round. Like Prescott 4th round. Go around. Jaden Daniels was what number 2. Jackson Dart was number 25. Mm-hmm. So you just Jalen Hurts was not a first-round pick. Jared Goff went 1 overall. Caleb Williams goes 1 overall. J.J. McCarthy, top 10 pick. But it just, you can get someone at 20, you can get him at 50, you get him at 70, you get him at 1. Yeah, you like your chances if you can choose anybody, but there's no rhyme or reason what works and what doesn't work.
And you think it's the right situation. Now, I was never a Ryan Tannehill guy, but he was a first-round pick. And where did he have the most success? When he went to Tennessee and he took him to the AFC Championship game.
Which is really remarkable that the Titans went to the AFC Championship game with Ryan Tannehill at quarterback.
Yeah, because he had Derrick Henry. I mean, that's
a college tight end.
Right. Wide receiver, wasn't he?
Hello? He looks like Kirk
Aaron, go ahead.
Oh, you got to turn that radio down.
Aaron, come on, man. You're not a newbie here. Turn down the radio.
So listen to 2 stations at once?
No. Was he really?
I don't know. I
guess we'll never know.
No, if you heard your voice, then he was listening to us on the radio in the background, which I know.
It was your. It didn't sound like your voice to me.
I know, as RJ tells him, under no circumstance can you have the radio on and take your set.
This is why you don't go to Philadelphia.
Right, and that, you know what? I should have known better. That's on me. I should have known this guy from Philadelphia is going to have an awful call, and he could even get 2 words out because it was just that brutal. All right, let's break. We'll come back. The Jets, the Giants. We continue with the conversation on the locals. We'll do stuff you missed. We'll do our picks. We've got all of it in a big, bouncy 9 o'clock hour. But you know what we're going to do before we get to any of that, Dan?
We're going to break.
No, we're not. I'm going to quickly rattle off for you.
Oh, 5 more.
5 more. 15, Casino. 14, Rocky. 13, Deer Hunter.
Ooh.
12's been polarizing. 12, but it's such a good monumental movie. Citizen Kane. 11, Taxi Driver.
Classics.
Top 10 coming in the 9 o'clock hour. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Michelle Smallman here for Gainbridge and their Give Back program, Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity. Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity's goal is to empower girls and women through sports and education, providing 32 organizations in 21 states $222 of grant funding during 2025. These grants aim to level the playing field and expand access to sports and education for girls and women across the country. Here's to a future with no limits for women's sports with Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assist, powered by Parity.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals, heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
Listen up, New York. It's football season, and you should be out there enjoying every play, every tailgate, every moment. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. That's where Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain comes in. He's one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and dedicated to getting you back in the game. Here's the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided procedures that get real results. Dr. Shaw treats everything from neck pain, back pain, migraines, nerve pain, and chronic joint pain. And he builds a custom game plan that's right for you. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. And yes, most major insurances are accepted. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Go to SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
The Hess truck's back, and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Looking for the best internet deal? It's just a fast phone call away. Only Optimum Fiber Internet delivers the fastest and most reliable fiber internet starting at just $25 a month. That's right. Lightning fast fiber internet at a price that won't slow you down. Call 888-4OPTIMUM today to lock in your offer in just a few minutes and see how you can also get the Disney Plus Hulu bundle and an unlimited mobile line on us. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com today. Terms apply.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
Are you ready to unleash the beast?
Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate your competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
You are standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial.
Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty? Nichts schuldig.
Nuremberg, Now playing only in theaters.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Giants insider reporter Jordan Raanan.
For the Giants, it's like, I'm not sure that the answers are there right now.
When you talk about finding the answers, that falls on the shoulders of the head coach. Things continue to trend in this direction. Does he finish out the year?
He will finish out the year.
Does that mean we're at the point where you're confident he's not back next season?
If things keep trending this way, how can he be back?
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Don't come back. Please, dear God, do not come back. The big 9 o'clock hour will get the stuff you missed in about, 15-ish minutes. And then, of course, 9:30, we make our picks. 9:45, 50, somewhere in that area, we do the plays of the week, which that's Raymond's. That's his bread and butter.
There's a lot of plays.
Yeah, a lot of plays. You know what to me is so dissatisfying, Dan?
What's that?
So we're week 10.
Mm-hmm.
And how much actual Giants and Jets football do we even talk? We talk to Raanan. We talk to Cimini. We barely even mention the games. The games at this point are irrelevant.
Yeah.
The storylines are, can you believe they traded two terrific players? Do you think the Giants are going to keep the head coach? Well, do you need to root for the Giants to lose? The Jets-Browns going to be a brutal game. The Giants can't stop the run, and Chicago runs the ball well. Like it's nothing that's actually football related. Like we're week 10, and we can't even talk about these games. It's got to be like the side stories within the organizations.
Can I ask you a question? I don't think that we've ever broached this as far as the Giants are concerned, or at least I haven't with you. Like a lot of the Jet talk is, who's the quarterback next year? Who do you want? Who's the target? So let me ask it from a Giants standpoint. You, a fan, who do you want to be the guy with the whistle around his neck next season coaching?
That's a good question.
I think it's an important question, right?
I think it might be the most important question surrounding the Giants right now. So it's got to be an offensive mind to me. And
which, by the way, not to interrupt, I'm sorry, but
go ahead.
Very, very hypothetical, like with the quarterback, especially when you're talking about college guys, because we don't know how they're going to fare in the NFL. Don't you think that question is easier to answer when it relates to a coach as opposed to a quarterback?
Give me this again. I'm confused by the question.
Meaning, okay, who do you want to be the quarterback next year?
Oh, yeah.
Right, because college prospects, we have no idea.
But it's a shot in the dark.
Right, but coaching
Mendoza
guys
could be terrific. He could be bad. I mean, just look at the Jets. Zach Wilson, take him 2. Awful.
Right.
Darnold, 3. With the Jets, awful. Turns out good. Baker Mayfield, awful. Now he's great. It makes no sense. You don't understand it. What I think you do finally understand. We'll get back to the Giants. It
really has been I'm going to say this carefully, a retread culture when it comes to quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I mean, look, the Panthers had Darnold and Mayfield on their team at the same time. Right? So it's remarkable. So here's the thing. I don't look at any of these coaches. I'm not just like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Get me that guy. That guy is awesome. Names that intrigue me.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff Kingsbury intrigues me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he's a smart offensive mind. I don't even look at failure in Arizona as anything. Everyone fails in Arizona. They're a horrendous franchise.
Bruce Arians and Ken Wisenhunt did a decent job.
Okay. Certainly Arians did a good job. Wisenhunt was fine. But, I mean, for the most
part.
Wisenhunt
got him to the Super Bowl.
It's an inept franchise. Right? For the most part, it's an inept franchise. That being said, I think Kingsbury's interesting. I think Mike McCarthy is interesting. I guess I'd have to throw this back at you. Do I want a coach with experience or not?
See, you're basically you're sitting in my brain and you're massaging the neurons because that's exactly the question I was throwing to you.
Is what? Do I want a
experience?
A coach with, see, I mean, in an ideal world, would I like a coach with experience? Of course. You know who I've loved. Now I can't now.
Carpe omnia, sees everything.
Had Ben Johnson waited a year, oh my God, to think of what he could do with Jackson Dart would be phenomenal. But I don't have that as an opportunity.
See, I still I know what you're talking about with Kingsbury and all that stuff with the mind and the offense and all that. you still got to be a leader of men as a head coach. And I don't know if he's a leader of men. I never got that impression in Arizona. He's sitting there with his face in the play sheet, you know, like.
You know who else intrigues me a lot? Clint Kubiak intrigues me.
He's well regarded.
His reputation is phenomenal.
Very, very, very influential in Sam's kind of.
Yep. He's done a
recovery.
Great job in Seattle.
Yeah.
You look at what that offense has become. A high-functioning, high-level offense. He's supposed to be very well respected in the locker room. Someone like that would certainly intrigue me a lot. A lot. So, I don't know. But am I going with someone with experience or not? If that box has to be checked, then that takes him out of the equation.
Well, think about it. Let's go through the Giant coaches of recent ilk. You have Daboll.
Must we?
Yeah. Daboll, Judge, first-timers.
Right.
Shermer technically wasn't, but it's not like he had a lot of success in the first stop anyways.
Who'd you say?
Shermer.
Where was Shermer before the Giants?
Cleveland.
Oh, right.
I know, that's what I mean. Like, it's not like it stood out in any way.
Ben McAdoo. So what do you think? Do you prefer, like, in a perfect world, I'd like a head coach with experience, but I'm not tight because these guys don't wow me. To me, Clint Kubiak is really intriguing.
So basically, you would roll the dice on a first-timer.
I'm not
tap
opposed
into
to
upside.
I'm not opposed to it.
This doesn't require a lengthy answer because I think we've been through this a million times. But just to refresh the batteries, yay or nay, the guy down in Chapel Hill, punt or pass?
No. First of all, I mean, I actually look at this as like a sad situation because he was regarded as the best. He's now a punchline. Whatever, you can like the fact that he's dating this young woman, you can hate the fact she's obviously overly involved. We've heard audio that it's clearly a problem. No way. No, and
she's the puppet master.
Yeah,
100%.
And that's Chapel Hill. Could you imagine what would happen if he brought her to New York and they had to dance this dance? It would be horrendous. And they stink, right?
Yeah,
they stink. North Carolina football.
Just laughing at Ray. That's all.
No,
but no, you're right. You're right.
I wouldn't want. And you know what I actually think? Listen. It's hard to win 6 Super Bowls and have your reputation tarnished. But I actually don't look at him the same that I do.
I know a lot of people. Oh, the legacy's intact. All right, it might be intact, but you still can't tell me that it's not tarnished.
It has to be tarnished. And not only are they losing, where they have a lot of money, they have like Michael Lombardi, GM, like all this stuff set up. He's embarrassing himself.
That would not be too far from the truth.
He's embarrassing himself.
I mean, I know we've heard a million different things. I just don't know how the hell he's going to be back there next year. If you're North Carolina, how do you not?
I think he'll finish out the season, and you'll never see him coach again, college or professional. I get an email, and this makes sense. I don't know that the Giants would be willing to do this if he didn't have some of the baggage. Would be great. How about John Gruden? That's from Marco G.
Let me tell you something. I totally think that is not just the Giants. That would be a very sensible look if you're if you get all the behind or whatever stuff is going on behind the scenes with that, and I don't know where that stands, but just from a pure football standpoint, leadership. Agreed. I don't know how you don't tap in to see if that's possible.
I agree with that. And you know that he loves Jackson Dart, although anybody would love Jackson Dart at this point. But you're right. But if you do, what is it? Your I's, your T's, you dot your I's, you cross the T's, you do all your due diligence, and you get to the other side of it, you're like, yeah, we're comfortable with him. I mean, that'll be a home run hire, no?
I mean, not for nothing. Look at some of these dudes who are head coaches in the NFL right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect, but like Kellen Moore.
Right.
I don't care what job he did with the Dallas offense. Like, does that guy, you look like you want to run through a brick wall for that guy? Like, really? You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're getting?
We retread the same guys, and there's such a...
Remember, the head coach has to... Remember, back in the day, man, some of these coaches, they were bigger than life. Mike Ditka, Joe Gibbs, Bill Parcells. I know that, and I know the player is more empowered nowadays, but, like, the fact of the matter is, the head coach is essentially the face and the mouthpiece of your organization.
You're right.
Unless you're the Dallas Cowboys.
Would a guy like Bill Parcells even work now?
No, probably not.
For my money, by the way, Bill Parcells, best coach in NFL history.
Hard to argue.
I mean, I know a lot of people go, oh, Belichick won so many more Super Bowls. Yeah, but Belichick took one team and turned them great with Tom Brady. Everything Parcells touched, he turned great.
I played like the Kevin Bacon game with NFL coaches with Malachi Moore yesterday when we were doing our interview. Because he went to Alabama.
Right.
Right. So I said, well, okay, now you're playing for AG. AG considers like Bill Parcells like his quarterback, or I mean his mentor, his coaching mentor, right? And I said, well, Bill Belichick coached under Bill Parcells. Nick Saban coached under Bill Belichick once upon a time. So I said, what are the similarities between Nick Saban and AG as a coach? Are there any?
That's a nice question.
You like that, right?
I do. Like
kind of took him aback a little bit. But see, we make the players think with these questions.
I like it.
Yeah.
You're very well prepared. You ever see the photo? I guess, where was it? Where it's Belichick and Saban, and they're both wearing their big glasses?
Yeah, well, Saban had those ridiculous. Yeah. That's a guy, to me, you go back and look at 90s Saban with those glasses, and he had the graying hair. He almost looked older in the 90s than he does now.
He really did.
It's so, and we're talking 30 years.
I know. So he's probably in his mid-40s, and he looked like he was in his 60s.
It's incredible.
Now. Let's go to James in Lake Grove. James, continue the Giants conversation. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Hey,
so
James.
I have a kind of contradicting question/idea I wanted to run by you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think what the Giants should do is a retread in coaches and go out and see if we can get Spags. We're supposed to have this elite defense.
Okay.
Let him run the defense as the head coach.
First of all, I don't think the Giants are supposed to have an elite defense. I mean, it should be better than it is. Yes. Steve Spagnuolo. How old would you guess Steve Spagnuolo is?
I know how old he is.
I'm not as good as you, but I would say probably somewhere 65 to 67.
Yeah, I think it's exactly right. I think he's 65 years old. So you're going to bring in a 65-year-old head coach who has coached in this league, and I think he's a great defensive mind. He failed as a head coach.
He's not good at all.
So I know he has Giant ties. Now, and thanks to call, James, if you told me that whoever is going to come in and Spags is going to leave Kansas City and wants to finish his career at the Giants, oh, my God, I'd lose my mind. But head coach, I don't want Steve Spagnuolo.
No. Steve Spagnuolo, believe it or not, in the early 90s, how about this, early in his coaching career, was an obscure assistant coach at Rutgers.
Spags?
He was a one and done at Rutgers.
I had no idea.
He was on Doug Graber's staff, and Doug Graber got fired, and then Spags got blown out as well, and then went on to
You got a lot of knowledge with that Rutgers football.
Borderline Hall of Fame career.
Let's go to Steve in Boonton. Steve, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dave.
Well, how about Dan? Good morning to Dan
That's
as
all right.
well.
It's all right. It's all right.
No,
it's not sincere.
Dan.
No, if you have to be
Dave and Dan?
reminded about the good morning, it's not legitimate. It's not sincere.
I mean, Steve, what goes through your head that I pick up the phone and you know it's me and you know it's Dan and you say, "Hey, good morning, Dave," and you just ignore Dan? Explain that to me.
About Aaron?
Well, why don't you ask Dan? Why are you referring to him in the
you
third person?
initiated it to me, and I responded to you. I left you out, Dan.
I can see where he's going with that.
Chewy, why don't you just talk to Dan?
Well, because Dan's saying the locker room is all free and happy, but
all right, Steve, we look past.
All right.
What do you got?
First, one point and one comment. First, a comment. Have you had the courtesy or misfortune of hearing the frenzy of football with Carlin?
I know that he took it.
Both of you.
They're making.
Oh my God! It is
open.
so. It's an abomination.
Why is
First of all, there's no frenzy to it. There was only three questions during the whole thing, and their intro to it is you guys making fun of it that they stole it.
Well, listen, the concept is good, and they want to get rapid fire football. You take it, but if they only get 3 questions, I don't think that's the ideal. But go ahead, Steve. What do you want to say about the Jets? What happened to Steve?
Hello.
No, I'm still here. You're still there?
So now, Steve, would be the time that you really want to try and shine.
I
Go ahead.
apologize. I'm having phone trouble. But the Jets point, I was thinking, well, how about somebody like a Tyler Huntley, if they don't like the 2026 class? And then he deserves his own team. Every time he fills in for Lamar, he plays well.
You may look at it, and thanks for the call, man. You might look at it like that. You're bringing Tyler Huntley here. You're winning 4 games, and no, I don't think you can do that, Dan. Dan?
I'm sorry. Ray said something in my ear. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Tyler Huntley?
Snoop Huntley?
Yeah. That's who he wants.
Next.
Yeah. Oh, my God. People are.
I'm glad I didn't hear the original question.
You didn't hear him? He's Tyler. He even used the phrase, he deserves his own team.
Oh, my gosh.
In what world does Tyler Huntley deserve his own anything?
You know what's funny? Remember, Tyler Huntley, Pro Bowler Tyler Huntley.
Because the first 11 guys said no.
Yeah. And then they asked another 11, and they said no.
Right. So yeah. It was like the biggest battle of attrition in the history of the Pro Bowl. Aggie in Delaware. Aggie, you're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, guys. I got a topic that I've been debating with a few of my friends, and I want to see your guys' take on the proper way to build an NFL team since the Jets have to rebuild. Do you guys think it is more beneficial to build a successful team through a bridge quarterback or drafting a quarterback first overall?
I mean, listen. However you can get the quarterback. I mean, if the bridge quarterback is a good quarterback, fine. If it's you're going to draft a big time quarterback in the draft, it has to start and end with the quarterback. If you don't have the quarterback in this league, you don't have anything, Dan.
And it's
Nothing.
hindsight because I mean, obviously, you say you want to draft the guy, but is the guy going to work out? Right? You just don't know.
And
yep,
what I did, go ahead, Aggie. Oh, now you cut him off. All right. What worries me about what Rich said is, they have to answer the quarterback question this offseason. So he says they're already doing their work on these quarterbacks, and this is the offseason they're gonna try to get past that. But what happens if the 27 draft class is a monster quarterback draft class?
Well, first of all, your quote unquote bridge quarterback, Justin Fields could be on this team again next year. I know that that doesn't make a lot of fans happy, but
it can't be as a starting.
No, but let's say they go ahead and draft a guy next year that they like, whenever it is. Okay, and it might not even be with the first pick in the first round. Like they have 2 1s. Maybe it's the second pick or something like that. That rookie plus Justin Fields could be your quarterback competition in the summer.
Well, you tell me that Justin Fields plays the role of Russell Wilson next year,
right?
Okay, I can live with that.
I remember $30 million, right? I mean, that was kind of the intent maybe in the back of their minds, that if they weren't going to go get that rookie quarterback this year, well, the way we structure the contract, and as we found out, they're pretty clever when it comes to structuring contracts, like that made Sauce Gardner tradable,
right?
Which we didn't know when the contract was signed, by the way.
But like if you told me it's he's going to carry the torch until the kid is ready, I can live with that.
Yeah, and you know what? It might be week 1 next year. Who knows?
Right. If he shows that from the jump that he's capable, I can live with that too. But I cannot live with next year come back and it's Justin Fields as the guy.
It's not going to be that. It definitely and you know what? It's not going to be Tyrod Taylor as the other guy either.
And it can't be. And you know what else is not going to be? Snoop Huntley.
No, it's not going to be Snoop Huntley.
No, and because it can't be. RJ.
Hi.
RJ.
Hi.
Man, you are slower and slower responding to me, huh?
I don't think so.
What is happening?
You ready?
Yeah.
How do you feel like today's going? I think Dan's doing a great job.
Dan's been tremendous.
Yeah, really high.
You have to go to a third party to ask how I'm doing?
Oh, no.
That was like going behind my back.
No, I was saying.
You're no better than Subi.
I believe
Yeah,
Dan
you're no
is
better
doing
than
a great
Subi.
job. It wasn't Subi-esque. I was talking about Dan without Dan in the conversation. You know, I can't win with you guys. Just go ahead, RJ. Do whatever the hell it is.
Now.
He got it! See ya! Score! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
It's all coming unraveled.
Yeah, and it should, because it was a benign question. You built it into that.
I'm actually, and RJ can back me up on this, I am looking forward to the stuff you missed, because I've been sitting on something for hours that I'm going to toss in your direction.
I got something too.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Imagine we had the same thing.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think it would be.
I hope not.
What is yours related to, Dave? Can you give us the tease?
Is it
basketball?
Okay, then we don't have the same.
You're
Okay,
safe.
good.
You're safe.
Terrific.
Yep.
This is, boy, the just anticipation growing with every second.
I can hear it in your voice.
What I'm not excited to see ever again would be the Broncos and the Raiders. That happened last night. I guess contractually that has to happen twice a year, but I don't think we need that anymore. Broncos beat the Raiders 10-7 in a game that happened. Is I believe how will be looked back on history. It's a game that happened because it had to.
Yeah, but who jumped right on the 8.5, huh?
Yeah, we being Ray.
Nobody to blame but ourselves.
I'm not quite saying we would do it again, but that was Sean Payton. I mean, by your own
My
admission,
logic was sound.
Dave, by your own admission, you wonder if the Broncos actually wanted to win the game.
It was so jarring. It was so bad. I actually felt sick watching the game. It was terrible football.
And by the way, like the Will Lutz, like not even reaching the goalpost on
It
the
wasn't
59.
close.
No.
But isn't Denver like the one place on the map where you should be able to kick field goals that are 80 yards with the altitude?
It was very windy.
It was very windy, but don't tell Al Michaels. Al was like, he was smashing these field goals. Shouldn't even be a problem.
It's like Al had no idea what was even happening.
Al is great. Al's a treat.
He wasn't talking about the under hitting last night, though.
No?
No.
Shame.
Well, because it was obvious.
Sauce Gardner, he has cleared concussion protocol. He's expected to play on Sunday for the Colts against the Falcons in Germany. Sauce spoke yesterday, first time as a member of the Colts, and he was asked, did you request a trade at any point from the Jets?
No, I've never asked for a trade. I don't think that's something that I will ever do because it's a blessing to just be able to play on Sundays, at the end of the day. So, that's what make it even much more beautiful, going through those tough times, those rough times and things like that. And then, things could change in a matter of a night. So, I enjoyed my time in New York. Just want to give a shout out to, the guys that were there that drafted me and the guys that was there, obviously, when I got my extension and everything like that. And my teammates who I went through so much with.
That's what makes it all the more beautiful.
It is still surprising that he's
very surprising.
Traded.
I wouldn't define any of this as beautiful.
No. Beautiful stuff.
It's like your movie, number 21 on the list. Life is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Where are we at?
We got 10 to go.
Oh, this is exciting.
We'll do, maybe I'll do 5 right at the back end of this segment, and then 5.
So call him Roberto Donadoni.
Boy.
Roberto, the soccer player?
Yes. Let me tell
you know who scored a goal this week, by the way, Dan?
Who's that?
Florin Belugan scored a goal.
Did he really score one?
Yeah.
Florin Belugian?
Yep.
Florin Belugan.
That's right. Well, I should tell you while we're on that topic, U.S. men's national team recalled Gio Reyna, but Christian Pulisic and Weston McKennie out for the upcoming friendlies against
Gio Reyna, Westchester.
Paraguay and Uruguay. That's right. Nice stat by you.
His father, Claudio Reyna, Springfield, New Jersey.
Yeah. Look at you guys. You guys are great.
By the way, the first ever winner of the World Cup you just mentioned.
Paraguay, Uruguay?
Uruguay.
That's right.
1930.
Uruguay.
This has been impressive by you.
Yeah.
Roma Dunte's father, his name is James. He reposted an interesting message on social media, asked whether the Bears would trade Rome to a team that will actually throw him the ball, which is something. Rome said his father's post doesn't speak for him, but that's out there. Silver Slugger winners. Pete Alonso, first-time winner. Juan Soto also takes home some hardware. The AL will get announced today.
Here's my stuff for Dave. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm dying for this. So our buddy Juan Soto won a Silver Slugger, third year in a row. Third different team. Padres, Yankees, Mets in consecutive years. Who's the only other player to win a Silver Slugger for 3 different teams? I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
One of them is a local. One of the teams was a local.
Was not Reggie.
No.
Strawberry.
It's a good question, by the way. This will take you on it'll take you one way and it'll steer you the other rapidly. You'll love this.
Really? So it's got New York flavor to it?
Mm-hmm.
So while you think about this, let me tell you some things. The Yankees extended a qualifying offer, which is 1 year, $22 million this year to Trent Grisham. Other players that have been tagged. You keep thinking, by the way.
Is it an outfielder?
You
can't give me anything?
Yeah,
okay.
I gave you a local team.
Is it a trick question?
It's not a trick question. It's a legit question.
But is there trickery involved?
I mean, I possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
Uh-huh.
You have a guess?
I mean, it's easy to research once you have all this time. You could just type it in, hey, Google.
You're looking at me.
I'm not looking at anything, bro. I'm looking at RJ's beautiful face.
Other players that have been tagged with the qualifying offer: Bo Bichette, Framber Valdez, Dylan Cease, Ranger Suarez, Edwin Diaz, Gleyber Torres, Brandon Woodruff, Zach Gallen, Shota Imanaga, Michael King. Teams that sign players that are tagged must pay a penalty with a draft pick, and the compensation for the Yankees and Mets, if their players Diaz or Trent Grisham, because they exceeded the CBT threshold, they will get a pick after the 4th round. Do you have a guess, Dave?
No.
No.
I thought he could be trying to trick me here.
Well, I'll also tell you that Don Mattingly left his post as the bench coach.
Do they give a pitcher a Silver Slugger or no?
Yeah, they gave a pitcher Silver Slugger awards. Yeah, so there you go.
Mike Hampton?
Yep.
Nice.
How about that?
Slugger Mike Hampton.
Oh, he was a great hitting pitcher.
He was a great hitting pitcher.
Played high
He
school
would have batted third
football.
on the Jacob deGrom teams.
True.
Tell me about it. Yes, 99 with the Astros, 2000 with the Mets, and 01 with the Rockies.
Yep.
Mattingly did say this is not a retirement as well. Padres hired ex-pitcher Craig Stammen, who I had to be reminded of who that is from Dan Graca this morning. The Rockies are hiring.
It was I think number 30, Craig Stammen.
Wow, look at you.
But again, it's another one of these things like people want to push back. People within the game push back about how much influence these front offices have. And yes, the manager is empowered and they get to make the lineups and their own decisions. Well, how do you hire a guy who's got zero managerial experience, who was a special advisor to the general manager with the Padres? Come on.
Good point. Haven't heard the name Paul DiPietro in a while. Well, the Rockies are hiring him away from the Cleveland Browns, which is a smooth transition.
To go from the NFL to Major League Baseball.
DiPietro was the Jonah Hill character in Moneyball, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Devils win. They rally for a 4-3 victory over the Canadians. Here's how it sounded.
It's stolen away. Here comes Brad. The game on his stick. Brad, backhand, scores!
I love Don as a talk show host. That's how he came into my life. I don't think he's ever been more in his element.
I told Don this yesterday. How is it calling this exciting hockey? I'm kind of jealous. It's
I
great.
think you said that right in front of me. Yeah, I mean he gets, and I said I think my response was he gets to see goals, right?
Goals.
They're unbeatable at home.
He does. Ovi scored his 900th career goal, and Jordan Binnington said he was not going to keep that puck that he put in his pants. So
Did you have that on your bingo card to say during stuff you missed this week?
No, and I also didn't have Jordan Stahl getting into his first fight since 2017.
How old is Jordan Stahl?
Old.
He's up there.
The Stahl brothers are.
He was
ancient.
right after
The Stahls are brothers.
Taken after Crosby or Malkin one of those years in the draft.
I believe he was.
Like right around there.
Yeah.
He's 37.
And he's the youngest one.
The question is, if you're Ovi, would you want the puck that was in Jordan Binnington's pants?
Oh, he got it.
You clean it off.
Whether he wanted it or not, he got it.
The pants puck. And that's it.
That's nice. What do you have? You said you had a story.
That was it.
Which one?
The baseball.
The baseball.
I didn't know. You said
The
you had
Silver Slugger.
No, you're not even impressed with the story.
No.
It didn't even register.
Story. That was just more of a piece of information.
It was
more
a
of
nugget.
Question.
It was a nugget.
All right, no, that was good. I didn't expect it to stop. I'm not going to let you guys jump me. I got mine as well.
Go ahead.
Biggest player in the history of college basketball made his debut.
Oh, in Florida.
Night.
Oh, the Florida kid.
Yep.
Olivier Rioux.
How big?
7 feet 9 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, and he must be terrible.
What kind of campus bedding arrangement if he's in the dorms? Like, is there those little dinky beds they have in the dorms? Like, he's a
I
big
would
one?
have to think they'd get him an extended bed.
We're in NIL life now. He's got to have something.
Right.
He's got to have something.
Tell me, like a bedding company getting involved with that guy.
Can't have a roommate though, right? Because you got to fit 2 beds in there.
I'm sure
then.
he has a roommate. Yeah, but I'm sure he's not living in your like a common dorm. I'm sure he lives in like some fancy house.
He's not living in the
Big
quads
beds
or
all
anything
over.
like that?
He probably has 2 beds. He has probably the bed for his upper half and the bed for his lower half.
Like the crummy ones for training camp when they have, back in the day in the dorms and stuff.
All right, let's take a break. Let's come back. And when we come back, we'll make our picks, and we'll do it next. By the way, RJ, has Rick given you his selections as of yet?
I have all the information I need.
Perfect. That's next. DNR with you, ESPN New York. Let's see what's happening on the roads and bring her in. It's Debbie Duhane.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. Have a fantastic weekend. Go Jets. Go Giants. Guys, watch for delays on the eastbound belt bumper to bumper at Flatbush Ave with an accident. We're seeing delays on the Van Wyck South getting down toward Liberty Ave. It's all due to some ongoing construction work. Traffic is slowing down on the Sawmill South at Reader's Digest Road into Chappaqua with a collision alternate side parking in effect. Traffic sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Feeling stuck on your own 10-yard line in the career game? Maybe it's time to just go for IT. My Computer Career has the game plan to score a rewarding new IT career in months. Whether you're a rookie, a breakout career changer, or a military veteran ready to serve. Why spend years chasing a college degree when you can fast-track your future in IT starting now? Take your mark, get set, go for IT. Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
You're standing inside a secret prison. It houses the Nazi high command.
I'm going to put Hermann Goering on trial. Sony Pictures Classics presents Nuremberg, starring Academy Award winner Russell Crowe, Academy Award winner Rami Malek, and Academy Award nominee Michael Shannon.
Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Yes, schuldig.
Order! Order!
Nuremberg, now playing only in theaters.
Ox Spine at New York Presbyterian is always in pursuit of a better way to heal the spine. We're getting more people moving again with minimally invasive, non-surgical, and surgical treatments with innovative solutions for every back and spine condition and your unique needs. Expert spine care is available now across New York City and Westchester. Find a doctor at nyp.org/oxspine. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Fight fans, Bud Light and ESPN New York are sending you to UFC at Madison Square Garden. Tap the Bud Light tile on the ESPN New York app and enter for your chance to win a pair of tickets in the ESPN suite. Catching the action alongside me, Peter Rosenberg. Through November 7th, listen and enter through the Bud Light tile to score your shot at the ultimate fight night. Bud Light is the official beer of UFC, so make your move now on the ESPN New York app. Must be 21 and over, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Rules on the ESPN New York app. Please enjoy Bud Light responsibly.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree. They're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
All the way over Barzell, score! New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, ETHOS, ethos.com/play.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York, and we are moments away from making our picks. Rick, I guess, has chimed in with his picks and maybe potentially the order of how he wants this to go down as well. Daniel, I've been thinking about this all morning, and I don't know if you know enough about this, and I'd like to inform you quickly if you're okay with it.
Sure.
Okay. I have great friends.
Mm-hmm.
They are at Bath Fitter, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So they converted Alex's bath to a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. All right, they offer all different types of custom bath renovations, including, which is my favorite. You could have your own, that's fine. It's called the Unique Permafit Solution. It's a watertight fit. All right? Dan, how long do you think all this takes to do?
That seems like a pretty huge undertaking, normally.
It's not. It's only one day. Wow. Maybe even half a day. All right, it's durable. It's easy to clean. There's no demo. There's no mess. And lower cost than your standard replacement. And by the way, Dan, are you familiar with the phrase lifetime guarantee?
That means it's guaranteed for life, right?
Forever. Forever. Right now, how much money down? None. How many payments do you have to make? None. How much interest is there? None. Until April of 27. So here's what I suggest. No. Dan, here's what I demand. Check out and start designing things at bathfitter.com. Do it today because, Dan, there's only one bathfitter. How's that?
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I think I've just set it up for you. I think I've just set it up for you beautifully. All right, so time for our picks now. RJ, Ray, Rick's picks are in the hopper. Let's go.
NFL picks.
I'm going to go with the Chiefs and lay the
of DNR.
The Time now for our picks presented by Amazon Pickup. RJ, set the scene, would you?
Alrighty, Dave. Well, unfortunately, if your names are RJ and Raymond, you are off to an 0-1 start, which is not how we drew it up because the Broncos.
That's not fun.
Broncos decided it would be a fun idea to only win by field goal.
It actually felt like they were trying to only win by a field goal.
So where that leaves us up to the second standings, that puts Rick in first place by a half game. He's 13-14. He actually controls the board. And then behind him, myself, Raymond, 13-15. Dave, you are 11-16.
All right, so I'm a game and a half behind both of you now. Is that accurate?
That's right.
Okay. All right, so if Rick told you, what's the leadoff spot here?
So he told me you decide the order.
Oh, you or me?
No, the collective us.
Oh, we decide.
So what we're going to do here is find our neutral party, our friend Dan Graca, and let him
I like it.
decide the order.
Dan, you pick who goes first here.
I'm going to go with, because alphabetically, your name starts first. I'm going to go with Dave.
Whoa.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
You know what? I'm prepared. I feel good about these. Not everyone might, but away we go. We head down to Houston, and we see the Jaguars playing the Texans. Texans defense, I think it's fair to say, if not the best defense in football, the number 2 defense in football. Brian Thomas banged up again. Houston last week, Davis Mills enters the game for C.J. Stroud. Doesn't look good. Is he bad? He's not very good. But now they have a week of practice with him. And Houston is getting 1.5 points. If they can save the season, this would be the way they save it. Jacksonville, their defense let Geno Smith go up and down the field last week. And it took a miracle to not lose a game to the Raiders, who we saw stink. So if it doesn't make sense, it's for me. I'll take the Texans plus the 1.5 points. It's my first game. My second game, I'm going right across that Gulf of Mexico into a little nook I like to call Tampa Bay. New England at Tampa. Now, New England's playing very good football. Sounds like Ramondre Stevenson might not play in this game yet again. Tampa off the bye. Tampa will be healthier now than last we saw them, and I'm only giving 2.5. Oh, I'll take that. Give me Tampa minus the 2.5 against the New England Patriots. And I'm not in this to make friends. I'm in this to win the football picks. And I'm going to go out to Santa Clara. And I know that Kyle Shanahan has the number for Sean McVay. Unfortunately, the number in this one is just not big enough. I will take the Rams and lay the 4.5 in what should be a 31-17 kind of game. So give me Houston plus 1.5. Give me Tampa minus 2.5. And give me the Rams to beat up the Niners minus the 4.5.
Dan.
Oh, now I get to pick number 2?
Like that's the way it goes.
Let's keep going the alphabetical route, and I will go with Ray Santiago.
Well, technically, RJ's name goes before mine, but I don't care. That's fine.
That's true, but on the show, he's known as RJ.
Yeah, that is very true. All right, let's go to Carolina, hosting the Saints.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if you know this. The Saints are bad. Like, how bad are they? Every game, except for when they did beat the Giants, they've lost by a touchdown, at least.
Great.
Panthers are just better. And I know that they've been a little inconsistent lately, up and down, but they have some good wins, quality wins. I think this will be a win, not necessarily a quality win, but a cover of 5.5. Yeah, go ahead and give me the Carolina Panthers to take that minus 5.5. And then I'm going to go to Lambeau, one of those teams that Carolina beat. Green Bay.
Oh, don't do you can't do this.
It's favored by 1.5.
Don't you
Monday
dare
Night
do
Football. The Eagles have made some moves, and listen, I've been critical of how the Eagles managed to win, but they win.
Oh, come on.
They do win, and you said it yourself. Green Bay has not necessarily been impressive here. Yeah, I think the Eagles cover that 1.5, and basically they win outright.
Woo!
Give me the Eagles to beat the Packers on Monday Night
Football. I got
Football.
news for you, Raymond. Packers are winning this game.
All right, then.
Wow.
So you can mark that up as loss 2.
Packers play up and down to the level of their competition, it seems.
Yep, I would agree with that. All right, so that's it. You only had 2 games to go.
Give me the Panthers and give me the Eagles.
Okay. All right.
So
RJ?
I guess by the letter metric, we're going with Rick.
Yes.
So, Rick wants to begin with a little game being played between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings.
He's definitely taking Baltimore.
Ravens are on the road. They're favored by 4.5. And your intuition is correct, Dave. He will take Baltimore minus that 4.5.
Because all he takes is favorites. Go ahead.
Next, we skip on down to the nation's capital. Lions. Number coming down to 7.5.
And of course, he's taking the Lions.
That's correct.
Yeah,
minus 7.
All he does. I never see anything like
and
it.
a half.
All he does is take favorites.
And finally, Dave, he agrees with you on one of your games. Care to guess which it is?
Tampa.
That's correct.
No, what is it? Color me shocked. Another favorite.
The land of Doc is where he will select his third and final game. Tampa minus 2.5.
Okay.
I owe you
I think
2
he's
games.
taking like 11 consecutive favorites at his picks.
I owe you 2 games.
Yep.
You're going to be mad about the first one because Raymond and I agree once again.
Are you kidding me?
On the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, my God.
We did not discuss this.
This is disgusting.
We did
You
not
guys,
discuss
it's
this.
what you do. Dan, we have all these games to choose from. They take the same games. Last week, how many of the 3 picks did they take the same?
All of them.
All of them,
How
Dan.
is this?
That's right. That's right.
It shouldn't be.
We
It's
didn't discuss
ridiculous.
this. We didn't discuss this
And by
at
the way,
all.
then last night, they both took the Broncos.
Why are you so
I
mad?
would do
We
it
lost.
again. I would do it
Because-
again. Yeah, we
because the
lost.
fact
What do
is
you
you're
care?
both taking the
we
same
lost.
games.
We lost.
We're 1-3 now.
Beaver Dam!
No.
He's off the rails. Turn his mic off. All righty. Well, I'll give you.
I got nothing to say.
I'll
I
give
got
you
nothing to say at this point.
an addendum to that as well. I still have a survivor pick. I'm picking against Tyler Shuck every single day of the week.
Wow.
Give me the Panthers.
You're going Carolina. You're going Bryce Young.
It's getting ugly this
How
week.
could anybody?
It's getting ugly this
How
week.
could anybody think the Saints will cover that game?
What was your second game that you took?
I haven't told you yet.
Oh, okay.
And finally, this game differs. So our streak of consecutive games picked together,
Oh,
Raymond, ends at 5.
Thank God.
I don't know what God has to do with this. But
God and them boys.
the Detroit Lions, bad loss that they're coming off of. The Commanders, all they do is give up dozens, hundreds, thousands of points. And now they turn to Marcus Mariota. Dan Campbell, if ever there were a spot for him to blow a team out and make a statement, this would be that spot. I will take the Lions minus 7.5.
I don't like that game for you at all.
I don't like your Rams pick. So
It's too many points. You don't like the Rams pick because it's personal.
no, I don't like it because I think the Niners lose but cover.
Okay. Which would be the worst for everybody.
It would be terrible.
So you don't think they win, RJ, huh? The Niners?
They're so banged up.
I don't think they have the horses for this one.
But you think they keep it that close, huh?
But your coach owns him.
But
I think four is the number.
When they went to L.A. and it was a Thursday night game, wasn't it? That
Yes.
they were
Yes.
impressive in that
I think
one.
this is a sharp line at 4.5. I think
Yeah,
4
but
is the number.
the Rams did everything they could to lose that game that
So
night.
you
That's
see
true.
like a 31-27 kind of thing.
I don't know if it gets that high.
Okay.
Kyron Williams fumble.
24-20.
24-20.
Maybe.
All right.
We'll see. I mean, Stafford's playing about as well as anybody, so
Yeah, he's on. He could be your MVP right now.
could be. And that's it.
And that's that.
That's it.
That's nice. Those are our picks presented by Amazon Pickup. Amazon Pickup, a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations near you. We take a break. We come back with Ray's POTW, Plays of the Week. That's next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recover from and made it like it never even happened. Like on September 24, 2016, when Tulsa found themselves down 31-0 to Fresno State. With 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Tulsa fought back to tie the game at 41. And then won 48-41 in double overtime.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
Your fantasy roster is set, the smack talk is heating up, and this season ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sportsbook for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Roaring engines this year. Hess race cars are here.
The Hess stock car racers are loaded with lights, sounds, and a powerful racing motor. Only at HessToyTruck.com. Free shipping and batteries included.
Every aspect of your business will operate better and faster with artificial intelligence. AI is a race, and companies that act first will win. Thrive Managed AI is your advantage over all your competitors. Thrive partners with you on a smart, secure AI strategy for your business. Then they deploy and manage it for you. Be first and win the race with Thrive Managed AI. Start with a complimentary strategy consultation at thrivenextgen.com/ESPN. That's thrivenextgen.com/ESPN.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Caffeine doesn't have to be bitter or boring anymore. 5-Hour Energy shots are bringing the flavor and energy. One of my personal favorites, Strawberry Banana. It's giving smoothie vibes in a compact caffeinated shot. Whether you like your energy sour, fruity, or tropical, with 17 flavors, there's something for everyone. And yeah, it's got as much caffeine as a 12-ounce cup of coffee, but with zero sugar and no crash. Big flavor, tiny bottle, tasty caffeine done right. You can grab yours in-store or hit up 5hourenergy.com or order on Amazon today.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
I got some exciting news to share, Dan Graca. I didn't even know this until just
big
moments ago.
news, jazz hands.
Coming up next, Barton Carlin. You know who's in for Carlin?
No, who's that?
Ty Butler.
That is big news.
Which I did not know, and he's one of my favorites. So it's always a must
Absolutely.
Listen. But now you get a little special treat of having.
Let me post my leg presses on Twitter so everyone can see me with my massive, strong legs. Look at me.
He's very strong legs.
Herculean.
Yeah, takes videos of himself in the gym and then posts them on social media.
Hey, whatever works for you, right?
Exactly. Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. Dan, when it's game time, it's Tully time. 7 o'clock, Rangers, they go to Detroit. They visit the Red Wings. Islanders host the Wild at UBS. 7:30, Nets welcome the Pistons to Barclays. Also a couple of big college basketball games. Georgetown, Maryland. I can't believe RJ left that off the schedule. And North Carolina, Kansas. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original. That's right, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Okay. I got a nasty text from Rick. What is this about? Why is he being so nasty?
You want to tell us?
I don't know. You don't see it. You get it as well.
I haven't looked at my phone.
It said you can bleep right off, David. What did I?
Was it something pick related or?
Oh, because he just takes favorites.
Oh, because you take favorites, yeah.
Right. Well, I wasn't nasty. It's factual. He's the favorite guy. All right, Raymond.
Wow, I'm thrown off by that.
Sorry. That must be what it is because I don't think I mentioned him otherwise. Are you ready for your plays of the week?
Oh, sure.
Let's go.
And plays of the week are powered by ZipRecruiter. So we'll take you back to Monday. A lot happening on the Monday program, not the least of which is congratulations to Corinne Caller.
A couple weeks ago, I downloaded Hinge on a whim, send a few likes out here and there, and
I don't know what that is.
In my profile, one of the things is I'm a big fan of ESPN radio, so I get a match with this one guy, Jason, and his pickup line is, "Do you like DNR?" And the rest is history.
Of course, you have to jump the gun.
Wow. So you're married now?
You guys are making matches out there.
Yeah, we're making matches out here, and I believe, Dave, you said that you had heard from the boyfriend in this.
Oh, yeah. I got I don't have it in front of me now, but I heard.
You can pull it up later. Can pull it up.
I will read that to you when I'm able to find it.
Right,
I did. I heard from the boyfriend.
Somebody did mention on the air that...
I got it.
Go ahead.
All right, Jason says, "Hey, DNR, sorry I couldn't call this week. My schedule doesn't coordinate with the show when it's live. But yes, Corinne is right. I thought the DNR line was perfect since you guys are, in fact, the best show there is. Things are great. The only issue is she despises my Yankees."
Yeah, a lot of love there. Not as much love when it comes to stealing other show segments. Carlin did steal the Frenzy, and, well...
You know what? Maybe we just go on the rampage. Maybe we just start stealing stuff from other shows.
No, I don't think we need to do that.
Yeah, we do a 2-pack Shakur or whatever Kay does.
Yeah, I think it is a 2-pack, yeah.
You were mad at RJ over the Niners beating the Giants, and, well...
I got a very mean email.
From who?
Barry.
What did Barry want?
I don't think I should read it.
No, I'll read it. We're a show of hate. Stay it.
Did RJ have to pay for a ticket yesterday, or was he allowed to sit on someone's lap like a baby on a plane?
It's a lot of joy. There's a lot of joy when you read that.
And then you go into my stadium, you take it over, you and your red, sweatered Niners cheese-eating fans.
I'm sorry for what you're going through. I am.
No, you're not. And you know
RJ
what?
was boots on the
Hats
ground.
off to you, RJ. Your team was better. You deserve to win. I don't need you to be mocking me today.
I'm not mocking you. Your players they make it so difficult. How can you not mock that? A man made a tackle 5 yards downfield and celebrated.
And that's what set you off.
What happened to that the rookie yesterday?
Oh, no.
How's he feeling? Good?
No.
That's terrible.
And you're probably having all these injuries because you're being obnoxious.
I don't think so.
That was uncalled for.
I don't think those things are correlated at all.
I think they might be.
Well, then you had to mock him.
I mean, a man celebrated that 5 yards down the field.
Tuesday, you made a point that you were going to be a nice guy, so...
You know what I'm doing? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm going to be so nice and so kind that you're not going to know who I am or where I'm from.
And, well, I thought it was phony.
I need to act the way I want to be treated. And from now on, you're going to get a different version of me.
And, well, you complimented Rick.
I think you look great today. I think you have good coloring. I like your shirt.
You complimented RJ.
RJ, I think you look terrific. I mean, those checks are beautiful.
And you somewhat acknowledged me.
Raymond, I mean, you are who you are.
Appreciate it. Rick, very down on the Jets after the trade deadline.
You went from a favorite against Cleveland to now you're a dog against Cleveland.
Yeah, but you could win that game.
Oh, really? You keep saying that. Say that again to me. You could win that game. Say that to me again.
You could win that game.
I'll slap you right in the face.
Why would you say that? You're 2-point underdogs.
And, well...
Do you have anyone on your staff in their resume says they're good at identifying and developing young quarterbacks? The answer to that question is no.
Optimism is low.
Sorry for not being optimistic about it.
Yeah, Jaquan tried to call in and talk him off the ledge.
We got to give him a chance. Like I say, he's not the Jesus of the Jets.
No.
We just did this.
Yeah.
With the second overall pick. We got 2 first-round picks.
Kept getting worse.
He's going to start eating the microphone in the next
second. If it wasn't metal and I wouldn't hurt my teeth.
Here's the thing is, after what you just did...
I'll put the microphone, the whole thing in my mouth.
I don't think you could fit the whole thing in your mouth.
You just did. Yeah, a lot of people screenshotted that. I can't share the picture because, well, Well, I think you did. Didn't you make it your profile picture?
I sent that out there.
Yeah. Terrible. Well, Thursday, another incident of this.
See Dawn?
Saw Dawn.
Wait. Who?
Dawn.
Dawn. at the Madison Square Garden suite.
Alex Rodriguez, part owner of the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Minnesota?
You, of all people, going to do that to me? Don.
Rick, in a bad way on Thursday, and honestly, it's time for people to call him out.
I'm of the. Can I say ASS on the radio?
Yes. Well, he just spelled it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because Rick, you're a horse's ass.
Different reasons. You called him out, Dave, because, well, you say he lied.
I wasn't until now.
You lied.
No, I did not.
RJ, did he lie? RJ, he lied.
About what he lied, we can't say. It is what it is. That brings us to Friday. Thank you, Dan, for filling in. We always appreciate you. Some people, like Subi, may not.
Subi in Midtown.
Dan should have interviewed Quincy Williams because maybe he would have had a better experience with the interviews because Quincy Williams got demoted yesterday.
He won't address Dan.
What's Dan's opinion about Aaron?
Well, why don't you ask Dan? Why are you referring to him in the third person? He's right here.
Still won't talk to Dan.
Subi, why don't you just talk to Dan?
Well, because Dan's saying the Jets locker room is all free and happy, but
and finally,
what's Dan's opinion? Because
Subi, I'm going to pummel you. He's right here.
I think a pummeling would be deserved at this point. Dan?
Subi, is this how you propose to your fiance, supposedly, or did you have to go through a third party, or did you ask her directly?
I had to fly first class to see her.
Yeah, first class. You do that when you get the Luggage Empire. Great week, boys. That was Plays of the Week powered by ZipRecruiter. When you're hiring, never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter. Try ZipRecruiter for free right now at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Oh, beautiful job by Raymond. Dan, I'll refer to you right to your face. Dan, are you prepared to do the Rule 76, or should I turn to RJ?
There's no excuses. You play like a champ. It is Graca. It's Rothenberg. And
it's everybody
on ESPN New York.
I'm furious.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. You bet on the team to win, and they take